Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Go ahead and
right here, right now.
subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up, everybody? We back in the building. Welcome to Coach Me Coach Podcast with your boy Coach Hayes here on the Coach Hayes Football YouTube channel, as well as we on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and now Kick. Make sure you go join us on all of those channels, man. Step out, step into the other channel, hit the subscribe or follow button, come on back, whatever you want to do. All the information is the same. We're ready to rock and roll. We're in the building. Less than a month, 17 days before my Canes kick off and play the Christmas trees, but we got an August 29th kickoff here. I want to say it's TCU playing North Carolina in Dublin, literally the toilet bowl across the pond there overseas in week 0. So a lot is be going on, and a little bit of time left before this thing is kicked off and college football is underway. I remember when I actually started that clock, it was 180 days or something like that, 145 days, and we down to 17. So amazing, man. We ready to rock and roll, get this thing going. Appreciate everybody in the building. Before we go ahead and get started, give some quick love to some folks here in the building. I appreciate you guys. Shock in the building says, Coach, bless up, brother. Chat, bless up. Kenneth, hey, Coach Hayes I heard Coach Hayes was using number 3 pencil instead of number 2 pencil in this fight. Man, come on, dog. How you gonna tell on me, man? You know this thing live, right? Now you finna start a whole investigation, Nevin. Start calling you Nevin. You finna start a whole investigation on you, boy. Come on, man. I'm just messing with you. Appreciate you, dog. Canes to the natty by shot. Elite Cuban Kane Hayes is the Notre Dame of pencil fighting. Yeah, or whatever. Chris Gons in the building. Coach Hayes, Canes Nation. Appreciate you. QB, what's up, man? Andre throwing them U's up. Owens T, what's happening, Coach Hayes? I'm good. What's good? Shot. Let me see. There we go. At work watching Yes beat Stanford, I guess. Yes beat Stanford. I guess it's 2 things. We need some commas or something in there. All right, here we go. And we got Anthony in here. Louisville versus Miami ACC title game. I like it. I heard your boy from SMU had a little finger issue. Kevin, what's his name? The quarterback from SMU. Kevin, God doggone, I can't think his last name. I heard he had a little finger thing. I was working on my fantasy draft, if you know what I'm saying. And speaking of fantasy draft, let's go ahead and knock it in here now. We got 2 spots left in the 50. The draft is in 2 days on Thursday. Somebody jump on in, man. 50 get you 500. What we doing here? Come on, y'all. We got 2 spots left for it to be full. The 100 is full already. We ready to go. Jennings, thank you guys. Kevin Jennings. But anyway, I was in there working on my fantasy draft, boy, getting my genius on, my CFB genius on. And, I saw you had a little injury. And that's the good thing about the fantasy league. It give you all the updates, injury updates, who's in the game, who's going to be out the game, only when the coaches report it now. They can only put out what the coaches report. So sometimes you might get it an hour before the game that, hey, player X is not playing. So, but it give you all kind of information. It's an app. It's not no Excel spreadsheet, nothing like that. You don't have to write nothing down. They got an app for Apple phones. They got an app for Android. You know what I mean? Even your Cricket Wireless folks out there, you can jump on the app as well. Everything is there. So, like I said, go ahead and jump in. The fantasy, we literally got 2 spots left. Don't leave us hanging. Come on and join it. It's all fun. Dang, Joe, you are far from genius. This man just tried. No, this man ain't just just tried me, Joe. Don't try me like that, Joe. Anyway, Chris says, Coach, call me crazy. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, 16-0 AC championship and a natty. Hey, man, get the sipping, cuz. Speaking of Kool-Aid, I drink cane juice. And it's biting, too. It is biting. Let's get it going. All right, let's talk about this today. Let's go ahead and get a couple of things out the way before we talk about the topic at hand. A lot of big news out there today. Stephen A. Smith, your favorite sports commentator, is all over the news. Even my mama called me and said, what in the world is going on with Stephen A. Smith? And shout out to my mom. She don't even know what a first down is. You understand what I'm saying? So shout out to the mom, but it's all over the news. Apparently, Stephen A. Smith got the thumbs down award from the NABJ, which is the National Association of Black Journalists. Apparently, there was some information, or they gave him this award in regards to, I don't know, talking disparagingly against somebody or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Nor do I actually even care if you want to really, really know the truth. I mean, we all know who the guy is. He's at the point now where he's at the pinnacle of his career from a sports perspective. He says some things that I may not agree with. You know, we don't really get too political on this channel, but I mean, nothing's off limits. I don't always agree with him. Not my favorite person. But they gave him the thumbs down award, and he's doing what he always does. He's capitalizing on it, right? He's all over the sports, Fox News and Chris Hannity and Chris Cuomo and Chris Cross and whatever else the case may be, pleading his case. Well, guess what, bro? Wish you the best. It is what it is. But anyway, people are super not even upset. He's upset, you know. And for people that don't know, I left it loud on purpose. For people that don't know, I do need a new Coach Hayes cup. But for people that don't know, you know, a lot of the questions that are in hand about Stephen A. Smith is he is quick to ridicule people in the Black community, athletes, so forth, but will not do so in other communities, right? Was literally go after other people. Let's say it's Jasmine Crockett or it's Carrie Champion or whoever, right? But yet, and again, it's the story that's being reported, and then yet Donald Trump called him low IQ and stupid, and he has nothing to say. And that's the issue right there. So, you know, he's saying all of this, but he doesn't do this, that, and the third. Okay, fine. I hear you, Stephen A. And I think the problem is a lot of people want that same energy. You have a lot of energy for some people and not for all people, but yet you'll get on the camera. Let me tell you right now, I'm not scared of nobody, right? Until 6'8" LeBron walked up on you, then you didn't want to talk that trash no more. You know, you didn't keep that same energy. And I'm not talking about fighting. I'm just talking about keeping the same energy, right? And that's the case. So I'll leave it there. We can definitely talk about it if you guys want to call in to talk about it. No problem. No pressure. It is what it is. He's just not my favorite guy. You know, he's getting into the political world and so forth and so on. I'll play this part. This is actually the award he got from them. I'll let you hear it if you have not heard it. And this is what he was mad about. Now he's on his whole rampage. Here's the award he got from the NABJ.
Stephen A. Smith, sports analyst and political commentator. Smith has established a recurring public pattern of disparaging commentary directed at prominent Black women across politics, sports, and media. Such commentary reinforces harmful narratives, undermines the fair and respectful representation of Black women in public discourse, and stands in direct conflict with NABJ's long-standing commitment to accurate, responsible, and inclusive portrayals of Black communities.
Now, you take that how you may. It's up to you. I understand it. Whatever you want to do with that, do as you will. All right? Do as you will. I don't get into that part. I know that they said Disney does something for the NABJ, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. But again, you know, whatever, man. Everything's for clicks and likes nowadays. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So shout out to Stephen A. Smith with the thumbs down award, whatever that may be. All right, let's segue into this next piece. Yesterday's show, I thought, ended on a very good note, meaning conversation wise. I asked a question and I put a short out about it actually last night about who's a fraud, right? And we had a couple of people on the panel. I think we had Neckbone, we had Shock on there, we had Bishop and Cali Mike, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I'm leaving anybody out. And I asked, and I don't know who said in particular order, but the teams were Oregon, Texas, Indiana, and who's the other team? Oregon, Texas, Indiana, and Notre Dame. And I put that out there, right? And, you know, I can't say it went viral, but it's got some traction. And so with it getting some traction, you know, a couple of Notre Lame Dames, whatever they want to call them, leprechauns. Coach, when your next show? You need to come see me, right? Well, here I am, 8:30. Well, 8:45. But we're here, we're in the building. I want to continue this conversation, but I want to kind of really go in depth about it because the AP poll is out. And so we have the AP poll up here. And when I look at the AP poll, I'm going to talk about it. But again, maybe I look at things too logically, too black and white. Like I don't understand certain things. Like, and the reason I don't understand these things because they don't make sense to me. So maybe you guys can help explain it. Right now, currently, Ohio State is ranked 1, Georgia 2. I'm only going to go, like, say the top. I go with the top 10. Oregon 2, Georgia 3, Notre Dame's 4, Texas 5, Indiana 6, Miami 7, Texas A&M 8, Ole Miss 9, Oklahoma 10. All right, cool. Again, my issue with these preseason rankings, in my opinion, is that I think based on a person or a group of people's opinion, you give a certain team or a lot of these teams a head start. They don't have to climb the ladder. And if they lose a game, they only fall down the ladder just a little bit. I always believe, and y'all may not agree with this, but if you're the king of the hill, you should be ranked number 1 preseason. That's how I look at it. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm Indiana, just got to say what it is, they should be ranked number 1. They definitely should be ranked higher than what they are. I mean, giving Kurt Signetti some credit here. Man lost 2 games in 2 years. Hell, Notre Dame lost 2 games the first 2 games of the season and was still ranked. And that's a perfect example of what I mean. Yeah, but Joe, the Heisman quarterback just left. Yeah, but he wasn't there the first year. And I get it. I understand some people don't, I would say Miami would be 2. Why? They'll run up 1-2. I get it. Maybe I'm being a little biased here tonight. I'm trying not to be, but just follow me. A lot of this starts off being very subjective. A lot of this starts off where you give people a head start based on their name and their brand, not what they've actually done. That's why I don't mind you doing a preseason poll, but I don't think anybody technically should be ranked. I don't think you should get a ranking until week 3 when you put a body of work in. Then you rank them. Joe Long said, dumb take. Well, call in and let's dance. The oven is warming up, Joe Long. Because trust me, it ain't going to take long, Joe. It'll be a short cooking. And I'm saying this because, especially with the transfer portal, especially with all these pieces of change and this, that, and the third, you know who the top tier teams are going to be. Oh, I'll get a number, Joe. Oh, it's coming. I got you. Tranquilo, take it easy. I got it. And don't hang up on me. I don't hang up, baby. Bring it. But My whole point is that we give these people all this credit. Like Ohio State got 40 first place votes, 40. And I'm not saying they're a bad team. I'm not saying they don't deserve, they wouldn't be number one at some point. But the team that beat them, Miami, team that beat Notre Dame, Miami, is ranked number 7 if you want to make it subjective. But then yet we bringing in another quarterback, didn't lose the running back room. You got some highly talented pieces coming in and along. I'm just trying to get an understanding. And the reason I say this, and I was actually watching, shout out to Josh Pate, man. I'm going to call him a friend of the show because I'm a friend of his show, and he's always been very nice to me. Had a chance to actually meet him at Texas A&M. Not long. Didn't even have a cup of coffee. Just took a picture. But anyway, when you look at these rankings, it won't ever even finish this way. Why? Because a lot of these teams are going to play each other. Somebody's going to have to knock each other off. So at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, it's all subjective. But then you give a team like, again, Notre Dame, who I despise, with the schedule they have, because they picked it, not because they have to play it, it's because who they chose to play, because they're not in a conference. If they lose to Miami, the toughest team on the schedule, let's just say Miami's ranked number 7 and they're ranked number 4th right now. They already got a thing where if they in the top 12, they got an automatic bid. How far do you think they drop from 4 to 7? I mean, if they lose to the number 17 and they're ranked number 4, where would you drop them? Put in the chat. What ranking would you give them? Would they be outside of the 12? No. But then you got, and I don't know everybody's schedule, but you got Oregon, Ohio State, 2 Big Ten teams. I don't know if they're on each other's schedule. I'm not sure because I don't know everybody's schedule. Georgia, Texas, 2 SEC teams. Indiana, another Big Ten team. Miami, ACC team. Texas A&M, SEC team. Ole Miss, SEC team. And Oklahoma, SEC team. Golly, what are we doing here? So I'm saying all this to simply say, what's the purpose? And again, college football is the only entity I know that uses rankings and divisions. NFL doesn't. They use divisions or conferences in essence. High school football, pee-wee football. This is them getting their cake and eating it too. Now I understand it's a money play. I get that. Y'all relax. Ease up on the Twitter notes. But let me go back before I get this in. The reason I bring up Overrated, I didn't want to necessarily call him fraud. Maybe I could have. But I agree. I was listening to it. I agree. I called Notre Dame the first one. The reason I did, and I'm going to actually hold some of my points for Joe so I can bash him across the head if he called in, just like this. Matter of fact, Joe, since you know so much, come and join the doggone fantasy. Put that 50 up. Put your money where your mouth is. But anyway, we're talking about teams, and when I say overrated, we're talking about teams who always get the benefit of the doubt and do nothing with it. They get the benefit of the doubt and have not done anything with it, right? I have to say, Ohio State has done something with it. Oregon has not. 2012, I think they were in it. Went to it and lost. Okay, fine. But every year, I think Callie Mike brought that point up last night, if I'm not mistaken. Every year, Oregon ranked at the top and do nothing with it. Got all the top talent in the West Coast. Do nothing with it. Spending money, Nike money. Everybody listening to this, probably 90% of y'all got on some Nikes right now, except Joe. Joe got on some chancletas. The one that go between your toe. He got on some thong shoes. And they do nothing with it. Georgia, for 40 years, they hadn't done anything with it. However, they've done something in the past. Got to give them the credit. Notre Dame, they went to the dance. But every year they rank in the top and haven't done anything with it. Last championship was 1988. 88. Hell, I was still coloring in the coloring book. Y'all could talk about Miami. Yeah, 01. But damn, son. 1988. Hell, the Cosbys was on the doggone TV. $1988, NWA was just coming out. I was listening to MC Sade. Got to be tough. Uncle Luke was talking about throw that D. And he wasn't talking about defense either. And before that was 77. We talking almost 50 years, dog. Anyway, Texas, another team. They did it with Vince Young. They've got some good push. They got the players. They spending buku of money. Steve Sarkisian has definitely turned that program around, right? Got them really back to prominence, but they haven't done anything yet. We're talking about teams with a bunch of potential. Miami, same way, Mario Cristobal, but he comes in year 4, he's at the dance. When he was ranked higher, he did something. He didn't finish the job, though, unfortunately. Texas A&M, I think they're highly overrated. Going back to Jimbo, spent all that money, number 1 recruiting class of all time, and got fired. Mike Elko comes in, and I actually like Mike Elko. Not getting the job done right now. Ole Miss. Ole Miss is ranked number 9 right now. I'm sorry. I get Trinidad Chambers. But new coach, Pete Golden, first-time head coach, first school ever, and you put him in the top 10? And then Oklahoma. I think Brett Venables started off rocky, coming back good, but unfortunately still haven't done anything. Shout out to Bishop. That's his team. Hell, I'd be even giving LSU number 11. It was 7-6 last year. They believe that Lane Kiffin is that strong that they're going to be number 11. We're going to find out. We'll see. But I just wanted to put that out there. Joe, I hope you call in 862-799-9956. I already got Shock on the line. Right? There you go, right there over the fantasy thing. You see 862-799-9956. I already got Shock on the line. I already got Cali Mike on the line. Right. Sam Levis, he told me still got the boot on. We talking about a hurt quarterback. Texas Tech, we ain't even seen this quarterback. We don't know what he gonna do. Alabama still ain't named the starting quarterback. Hell, we 14 days out. What we talking about here, y'all? What we talking about? So I really think those teams, I think teams like Oregon are very good. Don't get me wrong. I think teams, Notre Dame, I have to give them the credit. I think they're good. They're a good team. They got a lot of talent. But I think what hurts them is Yeah, they win a bunch of games because they pick what they want to play. Now you can say, oh, well, Miami got an easy schedule. Yeah, but that's the luck of the draw. That's the conference we in. We don't pick who we want to play. We have to play these teams. I think Notre Dame, somebody put in there, outside of Miami and maybe one more team, the rest of the teams were 5-7. 5-7. Somebody pull that stat if they can. And you rank number 4? I mean, think about it. If Georgia drops a game, Oregon, Ohio State drop a game somewhere before November 7th, Notre Dame could skyrocket to number 1 with no losses. And they get an automatic bid. So imagine this. Imagine they go up to, let's just say 2. Let's not even get 1. Let's say 2. And they lose to Miami, who's ranked, who probably should go up in the poll some too. Let's say the 5. They're not dropping past 12. They're not dropping past 12. So if they're not going to drop past 12, then it's basically an automatic shoe-in, and they get rest because they don't have to play a conference championship game. You talk about entitlement. You get an automatic shoe-in for the most part. You don't have to play the extra game for the conference championship game. And their penalty is they don't get a bye week. They got to play week 1. Who are they going to play? The G5 school? They're going to put them in the G5 bracket? That's going to be their punishment? They get to play Tulane? Come on, man. Y'all miss me with that foolishness. And shout out to BYU real quick. I see y'all talking about in the chat. It might be a little trouble in paradise over the Kalani Sitake. I think he's been kind of talking. I think Kalani Sitake, was talking about not receiving things that he's been promised when he could have been going to another school. So I'm just saying, got to find out. Let me do this right quick. Let's get this thing rocking. I'm going to open up this phone line. Joe, don't be scared to call in. I need that work. I need that work, Joe. Ms. Wilson, you ready? You got your pen and paper ready for the Wilson report? I can't wait. Ms. Wilson says, is this the coaches preseason poll? If so, I wonder how many actual coaches vote. No, this is the AP poll. All right, coaches poll. I don't even know why that even matters. These coaches ain't looking at that stuff. You think, and I'm not saying this to you, Ms. Wilson, but I'm saying, do people really think that coaches care? If I'm not playing Ohio State, Georgia, Notre Dame, Texas, Indiana, Miami, I'm not looking at their game. I don't have time. What you think? Because my game over on Saturday, I get to sit home, play with the grandkids, and watch Miami play Stanford. Hell no, man. You know what they're gonna do? Like a coach, just like a fan. Yeah, boy. Hold up. Coach Kalen DeBoer, that's my homeboy. I played with him on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna give him the vote. They're like a prom vote, popularity contest, prom king and queen. Hell, you got Iowa ranked 22. They don't even know who their quarterback is. Just trying to look through some of this. Alabama at 13. And that's crazy. Now, I've been talking a lot about Alabama, but think about this. Alabama won 11 games last year. 11. And they ranked 13th. LSU won 7 games last year. This is criminal, bro. 7 games. Seven games. I don't know, man. We're going to find out. Let me get this thing rocking. Joe, 862-799-9956. Call in. It's free. I need that. It's always been that if Notre Dame loses one game, they're out. Same this year. 2 games and forget it. Who? I hate to say this. Who do they? The one game they lose, they're not out. Because they made the deal with if they in the top 12. See how that works? Now, I agree with you. They lose 2 games to nobody. That second game to unranked anybody. Yeah, they probably out of there. I want you to listen to this, Joe, before I open this thing up. Notre Dame starts off with Wisconsin. What was Wisconsin record last year? Let's do some. Let's just do a little research before you come in. I'm gonna season you up real good before I put you in the pan, Joe. Let's season you up real good before I put you in the pan. Wisconsin last year was 4-8. I'll call it a losing team last year, meaning under 500. Rice, I'm not even worried about that. Michigan State, 4-8. Purdue, 2-10. North Carolina, 4-8. Stanford, 4-8. BYU might be their hardest opponent, and I think they got trouble in paradise. I think it's over for them. 12-2 team. So let's just call that a hard opponent. Navy. Hell, I don't even know what conference Navy in. Are they in the MAC, AAC? The hell is Navy in? What was Navy's record? Navy, 11-2. Y'all gonna beat the bejesus out of them people. Miami. Y'all know what time it is. You got to bring that up. Boston College, 2-10. SMU, 9-4. And Syracuse, 3-9. Out of your 12 games, not including the G5s, you played 2 teams that had a winning record. 2. SMU that was 9-4. BYU that was 12-2. And Miami. 3 teams that had a winning record. What are we talking about, bro? Anyway, let's get this thing shaking. Shaka in the building. What's up with you, baby?
What's up, Coach? Blessings to you. Blessings to everybody in the chat.
Appreciate it.
Much love. I'll start out, Coach. As far as, well, first and foremost, the whole thing about, I disagree with you respectfully on the Indiana should be number 1 thing.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really give a damn about the preseason rankings at the end of the day, so I won't even debate it too long, but so I get it. I guess, yeah, preseason, you put the previous year champ number 1 out of respect, but
there you go.
To me, that's like saying Seattle automatically the best team in the league this year because they won the bowl. That's not a given. Like, because you won it last year, don't make you the best the following year. So
here's my deal, real quick, Shaka. Okay, no problem. But to your point, we're talking about, I'm not saying they're the best in the league. We're talking about to start the season off.
Right, I get it. That's all I'm saying. It ain't worth arguing.
Right, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. Hell, Indiana go out there and drop 2 games and be ranked 700. I don't care.
Right.
But anyway, I'm listening. Talk to me.
Yeah, I guess by that line, I can go with that. As far as the top 5 overrated, I got in no particular order: Indiana, Oregon, USC, and 2 teams out of Texas, A&M and Texas Tech.
All right, hold on. I got to ask you this. Indiana, Oregon, USC, and who?
2 Texas teams, Texas A&M, Texas Tech.
All right. Here's my question. Because I actually like Kirk Cignetti, right? From a coaching perspective, I like Kirk Cignetti. And here's why. I think that, I hear the 24-year-olds and all that, but regardless. First of all, he talks some good trash. I like that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Coach like that kind of stuff. I'm from Kansas City. My bad. But he's done it at lower levels. He's done it at the mid levels, the JMUs. And now he's done it at the highest level with not the ready-made team. He didn't walk in with, a football culture team and a blue blood team of football in that sense, as they call them, basketball schools, and came in year 1, 11-1. Year 2, 16-0. The man, 27-2, something like that. So I give him credit, and I know he was on the thumbnail, that Indiana's on the thumbnail. But explain to me why they're overrated when they have shown it. I'm not saying they're going to win the Natty, but how are they overrated when they've shown it 2 years consecutively?
Nobody knows at the end of the day. It got to play out, but
well, we know that, but I'm just saying, we're just talking.
In my information and my logic, and not even to harp in, I ain't gonna knock him for all the transfers last year. Hey, he pulled it off. It worked for him. He got a natty out of it at the end of the day. So kudos to Indiana. They snuck one out on us. It is what it is. I tip my hat.
Okay.
But with that said, for one, I don't think that blueprint works again back to back. I don't think he could. What are you gonna do? Go back to JMU and whatever A&M East and bring another 34 transfers in? I don't see the likelihood of that repeating itself, for one. 2, yeah, I don't think they returned enough talent to be top 3 or 4. In all honesty, I think they're still solid. I know he's improved the recruiting in Indiana, but I don't think he has it to Miami, Georgia, those type of teams level as of yet. He's definitely improved it. They're getting some 4-star guys here and there. He's convincing some kids that traditionally wouldn't have went to Indiana to go there. Mm-hmm. It's definitely on the uptick, but they're not recruiting on the level of us, for example, no matter what people might want to say. I don't see I don't see him duplicating, bringing in damn near half a roster of transfers that's going to impact the roster the same way again. And at the end of the day, 2 years, but 2 years ain't got nothing to do with this year. Okay, so he had a good 2-year run. That's cool. That don't mean, you know what I'm saying? That's where it stops. Like, okay. Teams have 2-year runs. You know what I'm saying? That's not a given for the following year.
Of course. Now, I'll say this to you, Shock, to your point. I will say that. You're right. And we all know that we're all projecting this, right? Well, I think everybody understands that. However, your history tells your future in some instances, right?
I guess.
So I'm saying that to say this is not, again, I'm looking at the coaching perspective here. There's something in the water wherever he shows up.
I got you. I was just I don't mean to no disrespect, Coach. Just to interject on that, I was going to touch on that real quick. I do tip my hat. I can't argue with your point about him having done it at different levels. Again, I'll tip my hat to him. I like swaggering coaches too, but his specific swagger I ain't really a fan of. He just come across as a, how they call it, conservative people say, he come off as a prick. I don't feel him, bro. Like, it's a difference, in my humble opinion. You got Jimmy Johnson swagger. His swagger ain't like Jimmy, bro. It ain't that. He ain't got no flavor to the swagger, man. He a prick. I ain't feeling him, bro.
I get it. Listen,
he got it.
He may not be everybody.
He's arrogant bastard.
Listen.
He's arrogant bastard.
Listen, he may not be everybody cup of tea, right? It'd be like when Larry Bird was talking trash to these players. It don't hit the same, but he talking that trash. I want to do something right quick, Shaw, if you don't mind. I can't put this on the screen. Do me a favor. I can't put this on the screen because it is an ESPN clip, but I did speed up the volume, so it's going to be talking a little bit fast. But this is a clip of them talking about Indiana being disrespected. Because I can't take another copyright strike. I'll be getting things hit across the head. But let me know in the chat if you can hear it. You won't be able to see it, but you can hear what he's saying. He got a very valid point. So I'm gonna just play this really quick. Just give me a thumbs up in the chat. I'm gonna play just the first little bit in the chat. Let me know you can hear it, then I'll play the whole thing. Let me know if you can hear that. I know he's talking a little bit fast, but if I get a thumbs up, then I'll rewind and play the whole thing. Hell, I may slow it down. Let me see if I can slow it down just a tad. That's a little bit fast.
I got it. I can decipher it, Coach. I don't know about it.
I got you. I don't see a thumbs up yet. Did we get it? Okay, maybe because I got to add it. Let me do this. All right. Maybe because they're on the stage now. All right, here we go. Y'all try this again. Man, YouTube, but they just put out some new rules. All right, here we go. LMV, check it out real quick.
Close your eyes and imagine this. Imagine I tell you that the national champion.
All right. Anyway, while we're waiting for a thumbs up, let me see what we got. All right, Kenneth said good. All right, cool. Here's what I want to say. Listen to what this guy is saying, and this is going to make a lot of sense. All right, thanks, LMV. Here we go.
Close your eyes and imagine this. Imagine I tell you that the national champion the year before loses 0 games. Okay? Their head coach, who's 27-2, comes back. They bring in a quarterback to replace the #1 overall pick who played 4 years at TCU, and he had better numbers coming in than the previous guy. And now, let me also tell you, because of a court ruling, they get more defenders back as well. And now, put them in an Alabama uniform. Where are they ranked to start the season?
They're the preseason #1 team.
So this is not about football. It's not about Kurt Cignetti. It's not about where Courtney graduated from, which is
Indiana.
It's all about the perception that we still admittedly have that we don't believe that Indiana is a football power. Close.
He just said a mouthful, Shop.
I still disagree. I'm gonna tell you. All right.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me just rephrase for people that may have missed it. Basically, he gave all of the Indiana stats, and he said, "Now put them in an Alabama uniform. What would Alabama be ranked preseason poll?" And everybody said #1. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that in the chat. Seriously, because I agree. It's a popularity contest. It's the logo that people fall in love with. He just hasn't done it over enough time for people to really believe in what they got going. Same way people outside of Miami don't believe Cristobal got this thing rolling. Man, y'all just went to the Natty. That's it. It ain't rolling. Am I right?
No, you ain't right.
I am right. Do you think people outside of the Miami Hurricane fan base?
No, they're not right either. Yeah, you're right about that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But if you put them in if you switch Indiana to another uniform,
okay, watch this.
They're gonna do it. But anyway, talk to me, Shop, and then
this is some of the reasons I disagree with that.
Talk to me.
The one, that reporter dude, whoever he was, you can't always compare things. To me, that's apples and oranges comparison. Like he threw out there that dude Hoover came from TCU and had better numbers than Mendoza did at Cal. Mendoza also had a worse team at Cal.
TCU wasn't great.
No, Fernando Hoover is not messing with no Fernando Mendoza, but y'all can argue that if y'all choose to. He ain't though. Just because he was in the Big 12 at TCU don't make it like that's apples and oranges to me. That ain't no given, for one. Okay. For two, you touched a few minutes ago on. All right, you touched on his history, Cignetti's history.
Uh-huh.
Well, to the fans you just mentioned that say we just went to the Natty this last year, and that's it. Let's a lot of people talk ish about the Canes, but let's talk about real history. Like the Canes, bro, coach, the Canes, when the Canes, if you don't see the parallel, for example, if people really know Cane history and follow this for real, if you don't see the parallel between, for example, when Butch took over, coming out of academic or NCAA probation, and the position Mario took over the program in, and the parallel to the way it's unfolded. For example, right? Watch this. Now, the 2023 recruiting class, the one with Ruben Bain, Magoya, Mark Fletcher, etc., those guys, right? You can almost, maybe not directly, but it parallels to the 97 class, I believe it is, that had Ken Dorsey, Reggie Wayne, Santana Moss, Nate Webster, Dan Morgan, right? They came in went 5-7, played as freshmen, went from 5-7 to 8 wins, to 11 wins, to the Natty. Bro, if y'all don't see what's going on with that Mark Fletcher Magoya class with Ruben, it turned the whole program. It's the same trajectory, bro. It's
which is fair. Okay, and that's fair. Hold on, Sean. That's fair.
Bro,
but that's to me, that's an apples and orange argument, because that's truly subjective. Like, we're talking about different. I'm talking about particular coach. I get what you mean. I'm not talking about the program history. I'm talking about the history of the leader of the program, right? What I'm saying is, and I get what you mean. I hear you. I understand the history, and I understand the parallels you just made. But those parallels don't reflect on Mario. Those are just what they are, parallels, right? They're two different paths that are going the same way. But what I'm saying is,
yeah, I got you. They don't reflect. I can't credit it. Like, I'm not saying that. Like what he's doing right now, he don't get credit obviously for what took place from 97 to 02. I'm not saying so. It don't reflect on his legacy in that regard. But it reflects on him as far as being able to pull off a similar trajectory.
That's correct.
Got the program going. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I get you. But what we're talking about is teams coming in. I'm saying if you put that uniform, if you put those same things on a different team, and basically what this gentleman was saying was it's a popularity contest. That's what I was saying before. Right, and that's all. That's all I'm really saying. Let me give a dono right quick. Unique 863 for the $5. Ain't been on this show since Ken Ward took my Gators up and through there. Good to see you, Coach. Well, I appreciate you, Unique. Thank you coming through, man. Thank you for the $5 dono. I really appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. Talk to
Coach. I won't drill you too much, but another reason I disagree with the Indiana parallel to us is because, for example, okay. He had 2 good years. He did his thing. I can't take away what you said about him going from D3 or whatever to FCS to FBS. Okay, kudos to him. But after that, I can't really, to me, okay, another thing. Like I told you earlier when I first got on here about him, I don't see him duplicating, bringing in damn near half a roster of transfers and having similar success. I don't think that happens again. But also another difference is between Indiana and Miami, for example, coming off the Natty appearance. I don't see, like I said, Indiana getting some 4 stars here and there. They've improved their recruiting. But we're coming off doing what we did last year. Jackson Cantwell was the #1 player regardless of position in the entire country. We came in after the Natty appearance with the #1 lineman and #1 player overall in America. Then Amari Sears, for example, A1, is the #1 player for the class of 28, just reclassified. We got him. The dude from Jacksonville, Mandarin, receiver, looked like the #1 DN for class of 28, the #1 sophomore in the country on the edge, Asher Giotto up in Jacksonville. It looked like he coming to the U. So I don't see Indiana, like, off that success you're talking about, they're not following it up, pulling off the kind of things that you was pulling off, Coach. That's
I agree. Listen, I agree with all that. All that's great. But guess what? Ohio State. Yeah, but it's a lot of teams that got top classes. Hell, we saw Texas A&M with a top class. Ohio State is always in the top 5.
But, no, you didn't listen to what I just said.
I heard what you said.
this coming year, class of 2027, when these high school seniors graduate next year, they got us number 2 overall in the country, but average recruit ranking, it's the best pound for pound class in the country. The one team that's ahead of us has like 6 more recruits. That's why they're number 1 over us.
No problem.
But based on the quality of the players, it's the best class. We got the best class.
And I agree.
And as somebody put in here, I went to 2036. No, I didn't, Kenneth Tongue. I went to 2028. That's right now as high school sophomores. That's going to be juniors. So they'll be here in 2 years. That does matter. That does matter.
I agree with you.
So you're already forecasting that the kids after next year, we damn near got the number 1 class for the class of 2028 too. So that's the next 2 classes. That matters.
Okay.
That don't matter.
No, listen.
That ain't 2036.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter, Shaka. I'm not saying it doesn't matter. What I'm asking you is, what does that have to do in regard? And I get what you're saying. Don't misunderstand me.
Recruiting is the lifeline of college football, coach. It has everything to do with what we're talking about.
I know
it might get redundant. And folks might hear you talking about recruits over and over, and it's like, okay, these kids. But at the end of the day, if you don't bring in these elite kids, whatever you got going on stops.
I know
it all
that.
freezes.
I get that.
But we're showing that we're keeping it going year after year after year after year.
I get that. But that's not the conversation is not year after year. We're talking about next year, this particular season. Because I'm just saying this particular season, what you're talking about is a valid point. But it's not valid to this particular conversation of these teams this year.
I feel you.
That's all I'm saying.
Rico, I'm not missing the coaching part. Granted, Mario got to get a ring. Mario got to win a chip. But Mario's he's in his progression. He's improving as a coach. And I contend that Mario Cristobal going to win multiple natties by the time he finishes here in Miami. So you could get your rocks off about last year. Y'all ain't winning. Ha, ha, ha. We getting some before this was all said and done, though.
So
enjoy your little laughs right now. But Mario ain't leaving Miami without no natties.
I love
damn fool if you think that. But okay, to each their own.
I got you, man. I got you, man. Let me bring Kelly Mike on. Kelly Mike, talk to me, man. What's up, man?
Coach, I'm gonna just say this.
Oh Lord, I feel like I'm gonna get it.
I understand Shaka in a sense, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
It's something to 2 years ago. College football changed. Okay.
Okay.
The playoffs where it's tournament style. College football has always been at most 2 games to win a championship. Now you got to win a minimum of 4 games, which is double that. So this is all that, even when Alabama and all them other schools was winning over the last 10, 11 years, tournament style is different. If you play any sport and you have to go through a gauntlet of teams, it's going to be coached different. It's based on how healthy your team is, how deep your team is. Coaching matters. I mean, it brings up a whole lot of different factors. Now, Kirk Cinetti is, I think, going to be a bigger factor than people think. And that's because he can coach, but he get players that they may not be the best. They just discipline. That's his thing. They're gonna make a few mistakes. They're gonna capitalize on your mistakes. But tournament style football 2 years ago, this mess changed. You can't. Everybody looking at the Alabamas and the Georgias. Man, them teams had to go through 2 teams, and one of the teams was usually a team that gonna get smashed. I think they had put up a stat during them when the 14 playoffs that I think over half the games was decided by over 20 points.
Right.
See, the way they do it now, you gotta win. You may get 1 game like that, but the chances of you getting 2 and 3, you gotta play to win the championship. You gotta win 4 games.
No, you
tournament style coach, and you coach.
So but so and to your point,
right? Win a championship.
Yeah, but to your point,
not even win the conference.
Yeah, but that's an extra game too.
Within 3, it's still
right. But still,
you got to sit out. If you win your conference.
Go ahead, Mike.
If you win your conference, it's those teams they get a bye, right? But let's check this out. All the teams that won the conference in these 2 years, they 1-7 in the first game they played. They 7 out of the 8 done lost. So the bye ain't really looking like what it's built up to
I
be.
agree. I agree with
There's
that.
only been 8 buys in 2 years, and 7 of the teams lost.
But
And
Indiana had
can
one
I
last
tell you
year
this?
and won it, though.
Hold on, but can I tell you this?
Factual.
But can I tell you this?
Indiana, the only team to win with the bye.
Right.
Can
No,
I tell
you're right.
you? Yeah,
But
but can I
they
hold
got-
on? Hold on, but let me tell you this, guy. I always
I'm
say
with you
this.
on that.
Yeah, but don't get it twisted about those bye weeks in the conference game. It's the same games. The teams that get the bye week, for the most part, unless they lost in their conference game, they're actually playing more games, right? But if you played in your conference game to get that bye week, when you're sitting down during the bye week, the teams that were not in the conference game, like Miami, was sitting down. Yeah, I hope y'all follow me, right?
Yeah, I got
It
you.
was.
So you're playing the same games in essence. Really, there's teams like, say, Alabama, for example, that lost in their conference game, but then still had to go to the first round. They're playing an additional game. That's the difference right there, right? So to your point, you're still playing 4 because that conference game is a pseudo playoff round.
Right.
It really is. And that's why I always said the conference championship should be round 1 of the playoffs. But who am I? I'm nobody. I'm a guy out here with a 1975 Jaws shirt on. The second
But
thing,
see,
hold on, but I just want to say this. And to your point, hold on, Mike, but to your point, Mike, hold on, Mike, I'm going to let you get it. But to your point, though, Mike, college football is different because if the rules were the same previously, Ohio State would not have another national championship because they lost in their conference game. You see what I'm saying? So to your point, you're right. They would have been out.
Made the 14 playoff.
They would have been out, right? You know what I mean? But anyhow, go ahead, say your point, and I'm gonna bring some other folks in. I think Joe said he calling in. Well, I might have some fish on the line.
If you think about it, Coach, now, think about this too. See, this is what pissed me off about the SEC and the Big Ten. You get teams like Penn State, went 7-6, changed coaches, half the roster left, and they got them ranked 18. Even though it's 18, but see, when a team like Ohio State or Oregon play them, they get what they call a ranked win. And then in the SEC, we got Tennessee and Missouri ranked. Tennessee ain't beat a team with a winning record last year, and I don't think Missouri won a dang conference game or something crazy. Like, they did terrible last year, Missouri and Tennessee against Tennessee. Neither one of them, I think, beat a ranked team, but they both ranked. But when Georgia beats Tennessee and Missouri, what they get?
A ranked win.
Points for getting ranked.
There you
wins.
go.
See, this is the big thing about this dang mess. So what they'll say, oh, the SEC so strong. Look at all these teams that's ranked. But when you dig through that, outside of them few top teams, when you dig through that mess, it's not what it's built up to be. It's like, now they all top heavy, but if you dig down deep, and then they'll turn around and say, this is what they'll say, oh, Miami ain't playing nobody. So when they play the SEC, yeah, they could beat them because they fresh or whatever. But then these same teams, these same conference teams, like I said, for these last 2 years, since they changed this and made this into a full tournament, these teams, 7 out of 8 teams that won their conference got a bye week, lost. So
hey, Kelly,
what are you saying? What you saying?
No, I'm pretty much with you on everything you're saying, my brother. I ain't really got I'm pretty much with you on everything you've been saying. I guess my thing with that when it comes to the Canes, let me pose that, like, as far as the change the last few years in college football and the road you got to travel, no argument. You know what I'm saying? It's a different landscape and all that. That's cool. I guess all I can say to that, as far as how it pertains to the Canes and Mario Cristobal, I just feel like Mario is evolving as a coach. I think I would pose, so with everything you just said, I would pose a question to you as far as, like, you don't think, like, when you talk about having to play 4 games, he went through that process last year. Granted, we gave up a block punt and we came up just short against Indiana, but he's been through it, though. You know what it feels like. The team has been through it. A lot of the returning players, the key contributors, have been through that process. So they know what it looks like and feels like. I think that counts for something. So And I'll just wrap up that point with this.
I agree.
So it's
I
easy
agree
to
with
say-
everything you're saying.
And I agree with everything you said. So I'll just say, for example, like at the end of the day, I think y'all said the other day, you only got how many active coaches in college football have a natty right now? It's only a couple, right?
3? I think it's 3.
It's not
Something like
Natty,
that.
who else? I don't know who else has one
Ryan
right
Day,
now.
Ryan Day,
Dabo
Nick
got one.
Signetti, and Dabo.
Yeah.
And Dabo,
It's four. I'm sorry, four.
And
So-
Kirby. And Kirby. You got Kirby.
Kirby Smart.
But for example, and that leads me to where I was going with that. Like Kirby, for example, to me, you go back 5, 6, 7 years, Kirby's Mario Cristobal. Kirby's the one who couldn't quite get it done. Ha. But then he went through the process. He took his L's. He got swung on a few times. And he came back and he won some fights and he got him some. I think Mario's on a similar trajectory. That's all I'm saying. I think Mario's on a similar path.
I'm going to say that.
So
yeah,
that's all I can say to that.
I'm going to say this about Mario Cristobal, man. And I wholeheartedly mean this. With Mario, if they keep this tournament style on, Mario will win several. And I'm going to tell you why. Mario has his staff or whatever system they use. Mario got a hell of an eye for talent, man. I mean, you see some of these kids that if you look at the roster, right? I'm gonna tell you something. You got guys that's been playing football 2, 3 years. They got kids now that they finding these kids that's built a certain way, that's got a certain athleticism, speed, strength, and they whatever this formula is he using. I have no idea what it is.
Right.
But Malachi 3-star, this kid Gavin Mueller, he only been playing football 2 years. And Mario, they discovering this kid Ben Congdon, they say he playing better than dang Cantwell in the camp. But what it is, and if you notice this one thing about Mario, the last 3 years, our freshmen, at least 2 superstars coming out of all these freshman class. If you look, you got Bryce and Malachi. Then you got a couple years before that, you had Mawadoa and Bain.
You know why,
eye for talent is something else, man.
All right, listen.
I don't know what
listen,
it is.
real quick. I got to get some other people. I know I got to get some other people on. I got to get some other people on, but I just want to say this real quick.
Let me say one last thing, real quick. Hey, some of these people in this chat, boy, they take stuff out of context, bro. You put in here that Kirby had one bad year, and that was the first one. I never said Kirby had multiple bad years. What I said, Kirby also took over a Georgia team that was already a powerhouse. Georgia was in a different place than what Miami was when Mario Cristobal came here. So I'm not comparing it directly. What I'm saying is, for a few years, Kirby couldn't get that Georgia team over the hump as far as getting past Nick Saban to Alabama.
Yeah.
And he took blows because of that. And people say he couldn't get it done because of that. I didn't compare it directly as far as Georgia was in a better place than Miami was.
You can't, Shaka, you can't look at the chat. You can't look at the chat and take it to heart. Let me just say this real quick before I bring the other folks on. I think Joe on the line. I think I got a fish on. Real quick, out of the top 25, 9, I believe, if I counted correctly, 9 are SEC teams and 8 are Big Ten teams. That's 17 of the top 25. 17 of the top 25 are in 2 conferences, right? So to your point, Kelly Mike, about conference wins and so forth, that's it, right? The second thing is, you know what the formula is for doing this? The formula, to Kelly Mike's point, and talent evaluation is doing what? Ignore the noise and look at the player. Evaluate the player. Don't get caught up in the stars. What is he doing? Who is he competing against? When you talk to him, what is that conversation like? What are the people saying around him? That's all talent evaluation. Not what Huddle say, not what Coach Hayes say, not what Andrew Ivins say, not what On3 says. You can't worry about that because none of us know what particular team needs and how they need it, right? And here's what you're going to do. You're not going to hit on everybody. You're not going to hit on everybody. And we've proved, and even Mario has proven that. That's part of this game. He has brought some players in. It wasn't the right fit. They got to go. It is what it is. That's part of recruiting. Like I tell everybody, you may think this, but you did not marry your first girlfriend, right? You had to let her go. When you first started with her, boy, you like, boy, I'm going to get married. And guess what? She came home late one night and it was over. I'm just saying, it ain't fit. The fit wasn't right. And for some people, for the very few, they have married their high school sweetheart. All I'm just saying is recruiting is a calculated gamble, but you have to do the work. And that's one thing Coach Cristobal did. He's not caught in the stars. He's not caught in the things. And some kids who are 4 or 5 stars deserve to be 4 and 5 stars. But they also have to have the other things that go along with it, right? And that's the key. And I think Nick Saban had that as well. Now, I have to be honest with you. Nick Saban had that same evaluation process as well, understanding that every 4 and 5 star is not the 4 and 5 star you need. This 3-star has more value than this 5-star because of the intangibles that he brings. Not that he can run, catch, tackle, or throw, but he might have more leadership quality than this 5-star dude that run a 4.3, 220 pounds, and can bench press a Volkswagen engine. I just want to put that out there. I know y'all want to talk, but I got to get these other guys. They've been hanging in the background as well. And we're just going to chop it up. I got 9463 on the line. Call or talk to us.
Is that me?
I guess. 9463. Is that your phone number?
That's it.
All right. Talk to me.
Cheer, cheer for old Notre Dame.
Oh,
Wake
God.
up, the echoes calling her name.
Is this Joe?
Send a volley cheer on high. Shake down the thunder from the sky. What though the odds be great or small, old Notre Dame will win overall, while her loyal sons are marching onward to victory.
Joe, is this you, Joe? Don't worry about it. Let me get that. Joe, is this you, Joe?
You heard it.
Oh, man. Joe, some reason our connection is so bad. You were singing.
Oh, you cut it out.
No, I would never cut it out. Do me a favor. Am I on speakerphone, Joe?
Yeah.
All right. Do me a favor.
Should I take you off?
No. Move the phone away from your mouth about 6 inches. Sometimes you get feedback. And hold your chin up about 3 inches. You got it there?
Holy cow. What am I, posing for a photography?
Right about there, you mother. Get that crap out of here, man. I'm about to hear all this foolishness. You calling here with that blasphemy. Hold on, Joe. Me and you going to dance in a second. But I'm going to get my other man on here. 5171. Man, cut that foolishness out. 5171. Talk to us.
Her name. Send a volley cheer on high. Shake down the thunder from the sky. What though the odds be great or
Joe,
small?
This ain't the doggone. Hey, this ain't America's Got Talent now. Joe?
While her loyal sons are marching onward to victory.
You need to march out
How do
there.
you like that?
I love it. Anyway, 5171, you on the line. Talk to us.
That's
I guess.
me.
I just gotta say that's the gayest fight song I've ever heard in my life.
Well, you know how they do in the in the church sometime up there. I'll just leave that alone. But anyway, here's what I want to say. 5171, who we talking to? I think I know who this is. Is this my man Wildcat?
It's King's 20.
There we go.
Maybe.
That's what I thought it is. You ready for Thursday?
Wait, am I on too? Do
Everybody-
I get to talk here?
Wait,
Yeah, everybody's on. Well, I'm gonna
wait.
get to you in 1 second, Joe. I'm gonna barbecue your behind in 1 minute, but I got to get my other folks on.
I don't want you to back down now.
Man, look here. I don't back down. Listen, man, I burn the ships.
Man,
If I don't
back
make it,
down there.
I'm out of here. All right, here's what I want to do, Joe, because you called in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of time. I ain't gonna let you just monopolize this thing, because that's the entitlement Notre Dame has. They always feel like they get to do what they want to do. So that's not gonna happen tonight. However, I got the oven preheated already to 400. I'm gonna slide you behind in there real quick. Just give me a little bit of background on you, Joe. Where are you from? How long you been a Notre Dame fan? And then we can get it in.
I've been Notre Dame fan since 1966 when they won the championship with AP Preseason.
Okay.
You're not talking to some rookie.
No, that's fine. So it has been. Let me see. You probably started your job and then retired since y'all won a national championship. Okay, all right. I'm understanding.
Well,
now.
they won in 66, 73, 77, and 88. So in my lifetime, I've seen them at their best. Okay. But they did come upon some pretty tough times with some pretty tough coaching, but they are back. And
man, listen,
no mistake,
we only hit on sob story. So you telling me the last time you saw Notre Dame win?
I was there.
No,
I was there in '88 when Notre Dame beat Miami.
You had hold on.
When Notre Dame beat Miami.
You had all your hair and none of it was gray. That what you telling me? Hold on. That what you telling me, Joe?
I got my hair still. It's just that it's a little bit lighter shade.
Exactly. All right, Joe. So you told me don't back down. Let's dance. Miami's a fraud. I meant Miami's a fraud. Notre Dame is a fraud.
Yeah,
Miami gonna whoop they behind.
Now explain to me. Explain to me why that is.
Okay, clearly.
Give me some facts as to why you say that.
Okay. The reason I say Notre Dame is a fraud, first of all, the entitlement, right? Notre Dame.
No.
Right? No, hear me out.
If they were entitled, they would have been in the playoffs last year.
Well, the only reason they weren't, and I'm going to say this to you.
Based off what?
Hold on. But the only reison they would have.
Based on kicking everybody's ass, and the only 2 losses that they had were by 4 total points.
And it doesn't matter how many. Hold on, guy. Hold on.
At the beginning of the year,
everybody can't talk at the
every
same time.
Team is totally different by the end of the year.
Okay. All that's hold on.
They turned down the Pop-Tart bowl.
Guys, everybody can't
You know
talk.
why they did that? They said,
damn it.
They said F you to ESPN. Why should Notre Dame, after they got excluded because Reese Davis was crying like a baby, guarding his Alabama alma mater from getting in the playoffs with 3 losses, he wound up pointing at Notre Dame and head to head. That's all he said for the final 3 weeks of the.
All right, here we go. This is what I need to do.
Because he was guarding against
Joe,
his Alabama team from getting in the playoffs with 3 losses.
Joe, this is what I need from the class right now. Me and Joe gonna talk for a quick minute. I know y'all got it. I know y'all want to jump in, but you gotta remember, as listeners, the computer can't handle everybody talking. So I'm gonna let y'all eat off the plate, but Coach got to cook it first. All right, we're gonna have some Joe burgers today. All right,
I'm ready. I got enough.
You asked me a question. I know you asked me a question, and I'm about to answer. The reason I say you guys are overrated, there's several factors. One, the entitlement. Right? I understand you're Notre Dame.
Wrong again.
Okay, listen.
I explained why that's wrong.
Well, I didn't finish. Notre Dame, the entitlement. Okay. Newt Rodney and all of that stuff, the gold domes and whoop, whoop, whoop. I get all of that. The money, the Catholic Church, the NBC deal. So therefore, you feel like
that's
you don't
another reason why everyone hates us is Catholic. We're Catholic.
And that's why the Catholic Church love y'all. But I'm gonna leave that alone. Here's what I'm gonna say: is that the problem is you guys want your cake and eat it too, right? You want to make the money, but then don't want to take the risk.
Everyone wants their cake and eat it too.
I understand, but you don't want to have risk in the game. See, the thing about it, Joe, is that you guys want to pick your schedule, do what you want to do, right? And then you want to and think about what y'all did. Y'all negotiated with whoever these fools were that if y'all ranked in the top 12, that y'all should be put in. But then you come in, and I just went down the schedule. Out of the 12 games you play, 9 of those games are losing teams, 4-8 records, 2-10 records. Name anybody else that's playing anything like that. What?
Tell me that. What are the teams that had losing records that Notre Dame played?
All of. I just went. I'm not
Navy.
going back through that again.
They played Navy. They beat them. Navy was a 10 as usual.
That's a G5
Navy's
program. That's a G5 program. G5 program and Notre Dame should not be in the same boat.
Coach,
don't do that. Don't do that.
The strength of schedule this year, Miami's worse than Notre Dame.
Sir, but we're in it can't be worse than Notre Dame. But the thing is, we are forced to play these games.
We're tied to them, that weak ass league,
sir,
too.
We are forced to play these games because we joined the conference. You guys don't. That means you handpicked your stuff. So that means you intentionally picked sorry teams.
No, we don't pick them. Once we agree to that, playing 5 or 6 games in a season, then it's up to the league to schedule those teams.
And guess who scheduled those teams?
We go with what they schedule.
Yeah, whatever. And I'm the same. That's the same. And that's the same league that gave you the 12 team. If you in the top 12, you get automatic bid. Them the same people.
But that's only this year.
Okay.
That didn't happen last year. If that happened last year, Notre Dame would have won the championship.
The only reason y'all got in, the only reason y'all didn't get in, because they was going to screw Miami. The only reason y'all did not get in.
Miami was ranked number 17 with 3 weeks left, and then they moved up to 12.
It doesn't matter.
In those 2 weeks.
Guess what?
And they bounced Notre Dame because there was nobody on that committee that was from Notre Dame, but every other person in that place was outside of Notre Dame, was a Power 4 or a Group of 5 committee member.
And guess what,
Notre
Joe?
Dame didn't have any representation.
And Joe, guess what? It doesn't matter. Joe, y'all were 0-2 and still ranked top 25. 0-2 in college football and still ranked top. No, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all name any
4 points total.
I don't care if it was 4/10 of a point. You name.
If you guys didn't get. Listen,
Sir.
Coach, if you guys didn't catch that touchdown at the end of the first half, that ridiculous, he wouldn't make it in 9 other tries, then Notre Dame wins that game 24-20.
Sir,
Think about that.
Football doesn't work if guess what? If I had a fifth of liquor, I'd be drunk, Joe. You understand me? Ifs don't work in football. No, you're fanned out.
I'm just saying it was a close game, and we had a quarterback making his first ever start.
So what? See, that's the thing. That's the entitlement.
Game 1 of the year.
No, but that's the
Game 1 of
entitlement.
the year.
Joe, that's your entitlement. Joe,
be honest with me, Coach.
No, I'm not being honest.
with me.
Joe, hold on, Joe. Listen to me for a
know you're
second.
not.
Listen.
Do you think Notre Dame was the same level they were at the start of the season as they were at the end of the season?
No team is, Joe. No team is.
Thank you.
So my point to you is that's the pure entitlement you don't even realize you want. You want somebody to take in consideration because he was a first-time quarterback starting.
Everybody has to be taken into consideration at the end of the season.
Well, guess what? Our quarterback had elbow surgery. Now what? Should we get some entitlement? Because he had a torn elbow, he had to have surgery. So what if he didn't have it? Hold on. So what if he didn't have that surgery and he didn't get hurt? Maybe we would have blown y'all out. What about that? Did you think of? Nobody cares, Joe. That's the problem.
The only
thing no, Joe, because here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this and I'm gonna be done with it, Joe, because I'm barbecuing you. If y'all would have won that game, you would have never brought up about the quarterback. He was his first time starting. You know what you would have said? Look at Marcus Freeman and his development.
Listen, this year is the first time in about 8 years that we'll have a quarterback returning.
So what? That's your fault.
So he knows the system. He's got great coaches.
Okay, let me ask you a quick question.
Is his quarterback coach.
Let me ask you a quick question. I
saw him.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question, Joe.
Nobody
cared about no interview, Joe.
Carr and Arch Manning together at that Manning.
I'm gonna let y'all have it in a minute. Okay, then almost heard. Listen, Joe. Nobody cares about no dang on interview. We talking about on the field play. See, that's the problem with fans. Y'all get caught up with all this media mumbo jumbo and this money making.
You just don't want to learn anything.
What do you mean? I already know.
You know it all.
I do. I know that y'all want.
You don't. You really don't.
You want
you don't
everything.
Even remember. Like you're not even old enough to know what I know. I knew more at about 15 years old than you know now.
You know what, Joe? That might be true, but guess what? At 10:06 Eastern Standard Time on August 18th, all the rest of that don't matter. What I'm telling you right now is y'all entitled. You want your cake and eat it too. And when it don't work out, you know what you say? But it was our quarterback first time starting. But this kid everybody get hurt. Everybody got a first time this. Everybody got that.
Facts and you just make fun of it. That's fine.
No, but what I'm saying is your facts really have no relevancy because everybody goes through the same type of thing.
You think CJ Carr was the same player he was in game 1 than he was at game 12? You gotta be crazy.
Do you think Malachi Tony was the same player in game 1 as he was in game 60?
No, he's a great player.
Exactly.
I give all
that's
respect.
That's my point.
You know,
but Joe, that's my point.
Most of your team is your offensive coordinator because he had a great game plan with a very average quarterback.
Joe, you hear yourself? You want credit for something that everybody goes through. That's my point. That's the entitlement. Is CJ? No, he wasn't. But guess what?
Did Miami win 10 in a row? Miami lost 2 games to unranked teams. Notre Dame lost 2 games to 2 ranked teams.
And
in the beginning of the year.
And guess what? You know what the deciding factor was? We beat the ranked team called Notre Dame head to head.
That's what you're saying now, but it just didn't matter. The game one of a year doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
So then why play?
How you finish and how you look finishing.
Finishing against who, Joe? Who did y'all play? Who?
We played Syracuse and beat them 70-7.
You should have. You should have.
Score. You know, Freeman plays his second level teams. He plays his second string and third string in games we win early.
Sir, you're
and so in the game we had to pile it up and run it up on somebody. Unfortunately, Syracuse was that team in the last game of the year, and Notre Dame beat them 70-7.
Y'all played.
Show that to me. They deserve to be there.
Excuse me, sir. Y'all played Purdue, bottom of the Big Ten. This is after your loss. You play Arkansas. Sam Pittman fired. Boise State, not the same.
We got him fired, unfortunately for him.
They're good. Whatever. Who cares?
You know, they
North Carolina State.
Points a game.
North Carolina State, not very good. A bad USC team. Boston College. Excuse me, Joe. Boston College.
Game scoring.
Excuse me, Joe.
Boston scored 66.
Excuse me, Joe. 13. Boston College won 2 games last year. Navy, a G5 team. Pittsburgh went on a whole slump there. A whole slump. Syracuse, bottom of the ACC. Stanford, bottom of the ACC.
Angeli was hurt.
What are you talking? Well, guess what?
And listen, you're naming all these teams that are in your division.
I know.
Your conference.
But the difference is, Joe,
teams are your conference.
So won't you come join the ACC? Won't y'all come join the ACC? So when we play, hold up. So when we play, it really matters. It really matters then.
Notre Dame played one during the COVID year. They joined the ACC.
Why?
The ACC
Why?
let them join in.
Why?
And Notre Dame went to the conference championship.
Why? Why did they let them play?
Because they're good.
No, why did you go? Why did you have?
Good.
Hold on. Why?
You know,
why
Miami
all of a sudden
struggled for a long time, but Notre Dame's always been good. It's just that they haven't won it.
So anyway, my point to you, Joe, listen to what I'm saying. Why would you join a conference during COVID, but you won't join a conference any other time? What are y'all afraid of?
It was only because they had to find games.
Exactly. Anyway,
everybody was quitting the season.
So why did you still have to join the conference? I don't understand. Why'd you have to join the conference?
They joined it so that they can get games on their schedule.
Exactly, because y'all suckers, man. I can't wait till we go up there and knock the shit out y'all ass. We might.
I can't wait, man.
Man,
Coach,
I'm trying to tell you,
can't wait.
I might go to that game. I might go to that game just to dig up the field. Y'all so trash. I hate Notre Dame.
17 returning players.
So
what does Miami have?
So hold on. No. Don't ask. See, hold on.
17 guys we beat last year.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Here's the funny thing, though, Joe.
Joe, your same 17.
Joe, see what you just did? No,
8?
but Joe, see what you just did?
Yeah, ours is better.
When it fits your narrative, Joe.
Ours is better.
Hold on. When it fits your narrative, Joe, guess what? He was hurt. This kid just started. Now that you have 17 returning players, now it's all good. So what are you going to say when we mud stomped them 17 ones we already mud stomped? Oh, they're not the same players in week 1?
It'll be a very different game than you have had last year where you barely won by 3 in the first game. I mean, seriously.
All right.
You're going to be in for such a shot.
So I'm going to say this. I'll say this last thing, Joe, and I'll let the boys eat. I had to let it cool down some. Based on your logic, we play November 7th, correct?
That's fine. Okay, I'll take that.
The following week, 7 days later, November 14th. Please don't call in here and say, well, you know, our team on November 7th ain't the same as it is on November 14th.
I'll tell you what. Let's make a little friendly agreement that I'll call after our game, within a week after.
No, you need to call that night. I go live right after the game. You call in that night, Joe.
I don't do it right after the game because I tape the games because I hate commercials. Sorry.
See,
you'll be crying in your beer.
Hold up. Guess what? perfect example of entitlement. You don't even want to watch commercials, bro. This is what I'm saying. Y'all are the epitome of entitlement. I don't even want to watch commercials. Man, bye, man. Let me let these folks hear. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. You don't even want to watch commercials.
I watch a game in about, listen, Coach, I watch a game in about 3.5 hours, and it's always on a delay just to beat the commercials. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah, go ahead. Y'all got it. Dinner served.
I don't know if I don't mean to. Y'all can go ahead now. I got some stuff to say, but if y'all want to go ahead. I know.
No, go ahead, suck. I'll take it.
Come on, Coach. I noticed. Hey, man, we got less than 3 weeks before the Canes play. All this letting these anti-Cane folks talk unfiltered. I'm just saying, man, we getting cut short while they running their mountain singing Notre Dame fight song.
No, I didn't cut you short.
Hey, Mr. Joe, check this out. I ain't gonna disrespect you, Mr. Joe. You my elder, right?
There you go. Jump on his head.
Granted, I may not have been around in 1966 when you seen Notre Dame win, but I'm old enough. I ain't no puppy. I'm old enough. I've been with the Canes since the 80s.
Back in the leather helmet days.
Hold on, Joe. So check this out. For one, you said a couple things. You said if Chase Daniels didn't make that one-handed catch, you said Notre Dame would have won the national title if they got in. So a whole lot of ifs.
But that was
probably why, because you say so. We was also up 21-7 against y'all with 3 minutes in the fourth quarter, and Mario
because MGM Grand said so.
You just talked for about 10 minutes. We took our foot off the gas, and that's a fact. We took our foot off the gas for y'all to get back in the game. It's so much stuff. Also,
CJ Carr grew up. CJ Carr grew up in that first half.
Y'all acted like y'all was too good to play in the Pop-Tart Bowl. If I'm not mistaken, the year prior to that,
entitlement.
We said we're not giving money to ESPN.
Let me finish. You just talked unfiltered for about 15 minutes. Now,
it's everything we talked about.
2 years ago, we had the same 10-2 record that you bemoaned that y'all had last year, and we humbled ourselves and went to the Pop-Tart Bowl and played the game. We didn't act like we was too good to play it. We got left out the playoffs at 10-2 too. Same thing.
Let me answer that. MGM Grand, who makes their life earnings, their business is to know football games. They had Notre Dame ranked the third best team in the country last year, and they got left out of the playoffs.
I don't give a damn what MGM Grand said. And another thing. So you talk about 1988, the last time everybody talk about us not winning one since 01. Y'all ain't won a chip since 1988. Also, you asked Coach earlier when you got on here if he would be honest about how good Notre Dame was to start the season last year or to finish the season. Will you be honest about y'all robbing the Miami Hurricanes, saying Cleveland Gary fumbled and stole the natty from us in 1989? Because Cleveland Gary did not fumble. Cleveland Gary was on the ground, and y'all stole the national title from the University of Miami. And if you're as honest a man and righteous as an old man as you say you are, you know it. You know it. That man didn't fumble, and the whole America knew it. And y'all stole one from us, just like Ohio State stole one from us in 2002, and you know it. And you know it, but you won't be honest about it. You won't talk about it.
Ask him when was the last time Notre Dame beat Miami. When was the last time Notre Dame beat Miami?
Kelly Mike, you know that game I'm talking about with Cleveland Gary. The whole America know that man didn't fumble that damn ball and they stole the national title.
E. Brown know about it too.
That's
the only thing stopping. That was the only thing stopping us from winning 3 in a row. A bad call in '88 at Notre Dame when Cleveland, and it was fourth down. He scored. Not only did he score, it should have been either first down on the half-inch line or it should have been a touchdown. But he was on the ground with the ball. And
your coach made a mistake in going for it.
Let's be real. And
when was the last time?
Listen.
So don't come up here.
That's all I want to ask.
Don't come up here acting like a righteous Catholic and you know you're lying about it. You know you ain't fumble that, and you know it. So if you're as honest as you say you are, admit that.
And again, here's my point. Yeah, but here's my point. Everything is entitlement with y'all. You didn't get what you wanted. So I'm not gonna play in the Pop-Tart Bowl. We're gonna take our ball. We're gonna take our ball and go home.
Again, it was a team decision, and they said, you know what? We're not gonna. Why should we let ESPN make money off of us when they screwed us out of making the playoffs?
Decision.
Come on, man. You really feel like
that was not a team decision,
sir.
The coach put it up to the team.
It was a team decision.
Bullshit.
Sir.
The coach put it to the team. He said,
Sir.
"Do you want to play this game?"
Yeah, because you're
And
dealing
they
with
said no.
yeah, but guess what? That go to show you. Hold on, that go to show you about emotional. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. That goes to show you about. Hold on, man. That goes to show you about Wait a minute, guys. That goes to show you about emotional leaders. Cali Mike, hold on. Oh, hold on.
Look, you got to win 9 more games before you're even equal with us in wins against each other. We're 18-9 against.
All right, excuse me. Hold on, Joe. Hold on, Joe. Yeah, he's talking about the 40s.
Mississippi burning was going on. We don't care about that, man.
Yeah, man. Joe, listen, real quick.
You don't care, but it's in the record book.
Okay,
There's
that's
nothing
fine.
you can do to change it. Notre Dame's beaten you 18 times. You won 9.
Playing Kipper and all. Man, we don't care, man.
All right, here we go. Listen. You talking about back when Newt Rodney was the coach.
Who's entitled now?
No, listen to the title. No, we talking about Newt Rodney. I'm talking about. Think about this. Y'all got put out. Hold on, wait a minute.
Rodney.
Hold on,
It's
y'all.
since the 50s. They kicked your ass a lot of times.
The 50s. Come on, I ain't gonna even go there, Joe. We couldn't even sit in the same stadium.
Your grandparents know.
Yeah, we couldn't even sit in the same stadium. But anyway, Joe, listen.
Your grandparents know what it's like to get a whooping from Notre Dame.
Nah, please, man. Guess what? Y'all grandparents know what it's like to get a whipping from that priest. But I'm gonna leave that alone. Listen, here's what I'm gonna say to you, Joe. Here's a perfect example of y'all entitlement that you get put out. Hold on, you guys get put out because you lost a head-to-head game, and you're gonna tell me the leader of your team put a vote up to some emotional 20-year-old kids.
The captains.
And
the head coach put it to the captains. The captains put it to the team, and they all said, "No, we don't need it."
Okay, so hold on.
You know, Notre Dame plays for championships. They don't play for winning silly bowl games.
That's 40 years of. Sir,
when
you're
kids
40.
sit out.
Sir, if y'all play for championship, sir, let me ask you this:
you know,
since
those bowl games are useless.
Sir, since you're not
those are useless,
Joe. If you said Notre Dame plays for championships,
they do.
The last one you got was in 1988.
88.
I get that.
Not even Joe.
That
play
doesn't
like
change who they are.
The sign that's over your door says "Play like a champion today." Guess what?
And why did you guys back out 2 years ago?
Excuse
by
me.
the way, Notre Dame was supposed to play Miami 2 years ago.
The sign over your door, Joe.
Game.
Now listen,
but
I'm gonna slap
Miami
the shit.
chicken shitted their
Joe,
way out of that game. Why is that?
Joe,
you know what
the
Miami did? They took an
for
FBS
your
team
motherfucking
instead
ass.
of Notre Dame that year.
All right, watch this, Joe. Yeah, it's just talking. I tell you, you gonna come over here with that entitlement. Now, I'm talking to you, and it says "Play like a champion today" over your door when you run out of the stadium. And it's been since 1988, sir. Do you know that?
Man,
listen, I'm just telling you, y'all lie to yourself. You ain't playing for no championship. 1988.
18-9 in years when the fastest player on the field ran a 5-flat 40. Man, that don't count.
Come on, man.
Yeah. You must be out your mind, man.
So
when the Gipper them was playing, the Four Horsemen, that don't count.
Miami backed out 2 years ago. And what did they do? They scheduled an FBS team instead. And when Notre Dame schedules teams, they back out. USC canceled out on us. Texas just is about to cancel out on us.
Can I tell you the truth? You want to know why, though? Again,
Indiana backed out of us for a home and home. All these teams that we want to play, they're a chicken shit.
58-0, y'all took the U off the schedule back in the 80s.
Yeah, but Joe,
nothing, y'all.
See, Joe.
Yeah, and Notre Dame won 44-0 in the 80s too.
Yeah,
so
but Joe, can I say this to you? Joe, can I say this to you?
Again, too.
Listen, hold on, Joe.
Howard Schellenberger. You guys don't even remember him.
Come on, man. Anyway, listen, Joe, you know why people take y'all off the schedule? Can I tell you this? Hold on, Mike.
In 84.
Listen, can I tell you why people take y'all off the schedule? Because there's
Can we talk about one other faction of the?
No, goddamn it! Because I'm gonna finish telling you what I gotta say. The reason, what I'm trying to tell you, Joe, you asked a question, and I'm telling you, the reason people take y'all off the schedule, Joe, is because y'all have no skin in the game. If USC was to lose to you,
how else do you get skin in the game except by scheduling? How else do you do it?
I'm trying to explain it to you. If you take the gold dome off your head and listen, what I'm trying to tell you, Joe, is that if USC loses to you, right, it hurts them. It gives them nothing to beat you because it's conference.
And if we lose to them, it hurts us. That's what sports is.
For what? Yes, but you're missing the whole point. We're talking about conference play. It makes no sense. That's why, it makes no sense. This is why Indiana took you off. Y'all have no skin in the game. You want to reap all the benefits.
It's a matter of them, they're scheduled for the next 8 years. Indiana, they're out of conference games. They play no Power 4 schools because of Signetti.
Good. So what? You playing 9 Big Ten teams, bro. Who are y'all playing?
You, Notre Dame's ready to play, and throughout history, that's what they do. They play anybody, anywhere, any place, anytime.
Now you sound like the Joker.
You delusional, bro.
Why? Because y'all play USC once a year.
But it's what they do. I mean, it's what they do. And now Texas is going to back out of us.
They should.
Already backed out. Indiana backed out.
They should.
These are the top teams,
You want to know why?
Texas in the SEC.
You want to know why? Because those teams are playing. I'm going to give you an ounce of credit. Y'all got good players.
But the problem is,
listen,
the thing about the conferences, Coach, is that there's half of the teams that really suck. And then there's about 3 teams from each conference that are good.
Did Miami beat y'all 48 in 2017?
So you guys all play mostly sucky teams.
And Joe, y'all don't play nobody. Joe, y'all may pick up 2 teams.
41-8 in 2017, Joe.
Our out of conference was Boise State, who won their group of 5.
Say out of conference. Y'all ain't in a conference, Joe. How you out of conference game? You ain't in a conference.
2017, Joe.
Well, I'm talking about 2017. Who do you guys play out of conference? Who did you schedule out of conference?
Did we beat y'all 41-8 in 2017 with Mark Richt when y'all came down here?
Oh, big deal. You can point out one game, and I'm talking about Notre Dame won 18. Do you want me to look up the history and say each year that Notre Dame beat Miami's ass?
We beat y'all in 2017 and last year, but you telling me about 1957.
Joe, you talking about games when they didn't even have pylon. They had little flags in the end zone, and they used chalk on the grass. What are you talking about, Joe? Matter of fact, take this to the chin. Get your ass up. You calling here with that foolishness. You know what, Joe? I actually like you, man. One thing I like about you don't back down, but y'all are ridiculous. See,
I'm supported with facts. If I don't have facts, you noticed how when you talked about Cleveland Gary, I didn't say too much about that. The only thing I would say is that they made a mistake of trying to go for it.
Joe,
it's not alone.
Joe, you know y'all problem, Joe? And I got to get off here. Hold on, Joe. Joe, I'm going to just say this last thing. Y'all go run with it. I'm for real. The reason people don't want to play, and I'm telling you, y'all have good talent. But what does it benefit them to play? If I got to play 9 conference games, why play an additional game? Well, hold on, listen before you start talking.
Because the conference teams.
Didn't I just say listen? Didn't I just say listen for you? When you're talking about risking injury, you're talking about all these. When you're talking about adding an additional 3 games for the playoffs, why would I want to go play? Listen to this, and this is the logic y'all don't want. This is the entitlement. I got to play my conference. I'm Texas. I got to play Georgia, Alabama, Florida, whatever the case may be. Then you want to throw Notre Dame in there. Then I got to go through the gauntlet of the college football playoffs. So me playing Notre Dame has no upside. But if you join the conference, then we'll be forced to play y'all. But see, that's the entitlement. That's what I be trying to tell you. You just want to play because you don't have nobody to play. This year, you are playing one ranked team. Miami, maybe BYU.
There was probably a time, Coach, and it might be before your time, it was probably the 90s, I would say, that Miami was an independent school.
That's true.
Penn State was an independent school.
That's true.
All these teams that were running into money issues, they wound up joining conferences to try and help bail them out to make some money by joining a conference. So you're guaranteed, advertising money for your conference games. That's the only reason why Miami went. Why would they join a conference if they didn't have to?
All right, you're right.
Miami was in the Big East.
Florida State used to be independent.
No, they were in Miami was independent. Miami was independent at one point, and then they went to the Big East. You're correct. That is a factual statement.
Yeah, they were independent at one time, but they went into the Big East. They went into the Big East. What are you talking about?
They were always independent, and then they finally joined the conference because they could make money that way, and that's what the teams did.
Notre Dame technically is in a conference too. They just except for football.
That's true, because football is what matters really the most.
And that's the point. There you go. Thank you, Cali Mike. That's the perfect example.
They still in the conference.
Won't they kick it? They in every they in the ACC with basketball. They in the ACC with all the other teams. When they don't want that real smoke, they want to pick who they want to play. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to. You can tell the money that is and whatever, dog. Y'all kill me.
Stop the hate.
Can I be honest with you? I hope everybody. I'm gonna tell you this. This sounds like my man Cliff. Listen, I hope everybody drop y'all.
Choose hard. As
Marcus Freeman
says, choose hard.
How about this? Marcus Freeman better be lucky he got a job, because if them players didn't stand up for him, he'd be the linebacker coach at Ohio State. So he better chill out.
Notre Dame just got done with a home and home with Georgia. They played Tennessee on home and home. They played, they schedule teams when they can for home and home. They're not looking to try and take advantage and say, no, you have to play both games like Signetti said to Notre Dame.
Joe,
Notre Dame, he said, we'll play you. We'll play you as long as
stop the hate, man.
We got you. Well, Joe, I appreciate it, man. We got another dude on here.
On Notre Dame's schedule 3 times in the next 5 years, and 2 of them are at Notre Dame. Only one of the games is in Miami. So why is that? We don't play y'all home and home. Going forward, we got 1 home game. You guys have 2 home games. The next
it's because the agreement. Do you want an answer? Do you want an answer? It's because the agreement is with the conference. It's not that Notre Dame's saying to do this. It's the agreement with the conference.
Anyway, Joe, I'm going to say this to you. I appreciate you, man. You're a good sport.
The conference game.
I appreciate you guys, too.
Let me ask you this.
The
conference gave their conference team 2 road games. It only gave the away conference team 1 team, right? So that what you're telling me?
Are you talking about Miami? What I'm saying is the way that the conference
played
schedules.
Notre Dame in 28 and 31, and they both at Notre Dame.
Notre Dame doesn't pick and choose the conference games with the ACC. The ACC tells Notre Dame the 5 or 6 games. It varies.
Yeah,
they're
great.
The ones that, to make their schedules work, they're the ones that call the shots on who Notre Dame plays from the ACC.
Yeah.
So if they scheduled something, in the next 5 years, 2 are at Notre Dame and 1's at Miami, that means in the 6th year, the game is going to probably go back to Miami.
Yeah, okay.
Joe, I would only think that.
I appreciate it. Mike, let it go.
They're not on the schedule after that.
Mike, I appreciate it. We're going to let Joe Blow go.
All right.
Back to Notre Dame. But serious though, Joe, I do appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you, man. You made the show.
I appreciate it, Coach, going. And I'm going to look forward to talking to you after November 7th.
Yeah, call me November 7th. And I want you to sit right there and hold your chin out just like this so I can slap the All right, Joe, take it easy, buddy.
Coming.
My man. Shout out to Joe. I know y'all fired up in this joint. I sound like I got another Notre Dame hater in here, but that's my dog, so I can't hit him too hard. I thought I heard Cliff for you. That Cliff?
Yeah, it's Cliff. And don't do that today. I came up here to say what up. I ain't heard from you in a minute.
Hey,
but
Cliff.
Y'all need to stop
Cliff.
Need to stop the Notre Dame hate, bro.
Hold on, Cliff, real quick. Your connection bad, Cliff. God dang, man. I thought I was going to have a good talk with you. You got an earbud in or something?
Let me see. Can you hear me good now?
Just a little bit. Hold up. Hold your chin up just a little bit. It sounds like you got it blocking the signal. Hold your chin just a little bit. You all right?
Yeah, it's something. It's something going on. What kind of kitchen working out of over there, Coach?
I don't know. You got it up? You got it up? Hold
Shoot,
still.
I'm trying to get right with you, Coach. I'm trying to get this connection together.
All right, hold it. Stay right there. Right about mother. Get your ass off of my goddamn line. Calling in here with that foolishness, Cliff. You know what I'm talking about, Cliff.
Coach, you already know. I can't believe you the man. You on here crying. I can't believe
I'm not crying.
My brother.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Is on here crying.
You know what, Cliff? I didn't want to go there, but I'm gonna say my brother is a Notre Dame fan. How is that?
hey, you know what? My brother, the Hurricane fan, on here crying. I heard somebody go back to the Cleveland Gary fumble. I'm like, oh, come on now. Y'all got to stop this crying.
It's not crying. What we're saying is, listen, y'all hate us just because who we are. I hate y'all just because y'all exist. I hate y'all because again, you are a fraud. Your team is a fraud because you have no confidence. No, I'm not mad. You're not listening.
Get mad because we like the mob and we can let our huevos hang. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
I give you a little something. I respect Miami.
Of
I
course.
always have and always will. You know what I'm saying? I concede to the butt whippings and everything.
Good.
But I just want to tell you,
talk to
when you pack your bag in October,
I'm on my way.
Make sure you got your galoshes on and your winter coat, because I don't want you to go back home talking about you got the flu. After you leave South Bend with that L.
Listen, let me tell y'all something, man. One thing about y'all. He talking about man. Listen, man. And I know you in Chicago, Cliff. I know. I'm gonna fly into O'Hare Airport, dog, and leave a trail of green and orange all the way to South Bend. All the way to South Bend. Because here's what I know. Cliff. I hate the mother lovers. And hate is a strong word.
Everybody
but I mean it. You want to know why?
You know what? I understand why.
And
understand why.
And you know what's crazy?
They earn a cachet, and I'm gonna be honest about this. I've been a Notre Dame fan, went to the football camp, all that. They earn a cachet, in the early 19th century. They traveled, woo. That's where most of their national titles.
It was 5 college football teams, dog. It was 5 college football teams. What are you talking about?
It was more than that.
All right, my bad. 10. It was 10 college football teams.
But all I'm saying is this, Coach. They haven't won since '88.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you have an argument with that.
No,
and everybody has the right to be mad because Notre Dame, what they do is they throw their weight around and people respect it.
And I don't know why y'all ain't wanting to have no weight. That's what I'm saying. Who are y'all? Y'all are nobody. Y'all don't do nothing. Y'all do nothing. Y'all haven't won anything. Y'all don't have anything. You don't have what trophies do y'all have in your trophy case since 1988? When the trophy was made out of plastic with a dude on there like this. I'm saying, y'all, we can talk about 01, but we talking about we in a whole new century. Y'all in 1988, Cliff, me and you was learning how to color in the line, dog.
So this is my thing. Our drought is shorter than yours, right?
Drought is shorter.
Y'all just did the same thing that we did the year before.
Right, but how is our drought longer than yours if you ain't won a natty since 1988?
I said no. See, you didn't hear me. I said you all's drought is shorter than ours.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, that is correct. That is correct.
You know what I'm saying? And I always give respect. But my only thing is, I know why people hate Notre Dame, because they get to throw their weight around, and everybody else feel like they can't do that.
Yeah, but what's so funny? Funny when y'all don't, Cliff? Y'all cry. We ain't gonna play in the bowl game. They did us wrong.
No.
Yeah.
The thing was no. We're not gonna.
Game don't count.
We don't count. We didn't want to go on ESPN and give them no money. And basically, that's what it was.
But you want an ESPN playoff money, though.
Right?
But you want an ESPN playoff
Right?
money.
I mean, yeah, we gonna get the playoff
ESPN
money.
run the playoffs, so you wanted the playoff money.
If I was ESPN,
that's right.
You didn't get
we
it.
want-
You didn't go.
You know what?
No, listen.
If I was, I'm gonna tell you this,
bigger bag.
man. Whatever.
We want the bigger bag.
Entitlement.
Hey,
We
Mr.
want
Cool.
that bigger bag. We didn't want that small bag. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all went through the same thing the year before this year.
And we still played.
Mr. Cliff,
And we still
Y'all
played.
didn't go to the playoffs either.
And we still played the game.
Hey, Mr.
Yeah,
Cliff.
y'all cried.
Did
Mr.
we
Cook,
cry or did we
I
go
got
play the
something
playoffs?
for you.
But this is the thing that gets me. You know what? Y'all can talk to me when y'all win y'all conference.
You ain't got a conference.
Hold on. Time out.
You talk to me. Hey, Cliff, you talk to me when you win a conference.
Hold on.
We don't need to join the conference.
Hold
We
on.
got our
Yeah.
own money, and we've been had our money. That's
Time
the
out.
problem. We don't need to share with nobody.
Time out. Hold on. For one, you cannot sit here and talk about anybody winning a conference when you ain't even part of one. That's the one.
Well, you know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna say this: the last time we was in y'all in the conference, we won it.
What conference you won?
No, we played
We
4
did.
games.
We
You
won.
lost in the championship game. You did not win.
But
You
we
lost in
still-
the championship game, partner. Y'all lost in the
still won
championship
the
game.
conference.
Y'all are known. Y'all are known.
Go to the
as-
championship game.
Y'all went against Clemson and lost. Y'all went against Clemson and lost in 2020. And the only reason why y'all went against them, and the only reason why we went against. Come on, man.
Y'all won the
We
ACC.
went against Clemson and lost. The same thing you did.
No,
We
okay,
went-
how many
y'all-
years ago,
listen.
though?
You lost to
Listen,
Clemson.
check this
How
out.
many
Check this out.
years ago?
Hold on.
How
Check
many
this
years
out.
ago, bro? That's
Check this
all I'm
out.
asking.
2020.
We went in 2017 against Clemson and we lost, right? In 2020, when it was COVID season, y'all had to make up a schedule. And the only way that y'all was going to get into a conference is if you joined one. So you college football
They
boys
put us
had to
in the
go and
conference
jump into the
because they wanted us
ACC
to play
and
ball.
take our
But like I
spot.
said,
And then you win
y'all
against
still-
Clemson and you got your ass beat.
Y'all ain't won the conference title in 10 years.
It don't matter.
Y'all ain't never been in a y'all ain't won no conference since how
We
long?
are independent because guess what? We got the
Because y'all scared of
We
competition.
don't have to
Y'all
join
gotta
the
make up a
conference. It
damn
don't have nothing to
schedule.
do with being scared.
Y'all gotta make up a damn schedule because every team that every team y'all go against, y'all get your ass whooped in the national championship.
Y'all funny, bro.
Get the hell out of here with that
Y'all
bullshit.
mad
Y'all the
because we
only
got
ones.
our
Y'all the
revenue.
only ones. Y'all
mad
are the
'cause we
only
got
ones trying.
and
Y'all are the
NBC.
only ones trying.
That's
We
what
sat
that
up there and
is.
said, "Oh, but y'all
That's
ain't
what
win.
that
We
is.
can't get into the college playoff. So no matter what our record looks like, if we're in the top 12, we should get in. What other college team did some old crybaby ass crap like that? Man, get out of here, man.
Hey, Cliff.
Get the hell out of here.
Hey, Cliff. Hold
Get
on,
out of
Cliff.
here.
Hold on. All
Get
right,
out of here.
y'all spotted out. Y'all spotted out pretty good. I'm gonna just say this,
The
Cliff.
NCAA let Notre Dame do what they want to do. And that's
Exactly.
Notre Dame is a bunch of crybabies.
No,
Who
exactly.
do
Let
what
them
they
do
want.
what they wanted them to do.
Listen.
And that
Man,
is
please.
Hey, Cliff. You know what? Hold on. Cliff, you want to know if y'all are really start crying? You want to know when you really start crying, though, Chris?
Hey, Cliff.
Cliff, hold on.
Cliff.
Cliff, you want to know when you'll really start
The
crying?
moment when y'all start
Hold on,
crying
guy.
is when y'all see when we whoop y'all
Guy,
ass again.
hold on.
When y'all
Guys.
couldn't get into the playoffs.
All right.
Then you want to have your bitch fit. Talking about no matter what our record looks like, we
God
gonna get it.
damn it.
We gonna
It's
take
too
our
many
ball
people
and go
talking
back to
right now.
Notre
I
Dame
can't
and go home.
All right,
Y'all
listen.
interjection now. Y'all take another interjection now.
Okay, hold on.
now.
I do want to
One,
say,
Mr.
hell?
God damn.
I respect Notre Dame to a certain extent. Y'all are who y'all are, even though I can't stand that shit. But for one, you
That's
said
the
we
12.
can't talk to y'all. We beat y'all the last 2 times we played y'all. I would say that gives us the right to talk to y'all. That's number one. Number two,
And
I
counting.
never said
Hold
that.
on,
I've
hold on,
always.
hold
I've
on.
never
You've been
said that, bro.
You've been
I've
very
never
loud.
said y'all can't talk to Notre Dame.
No, you did say that. You did say that.
No, I
about 5
did.
minutes.
You did say
Only
that.
thing I said,
Yes, you did.
You said
I
that,
said,
Cliff.
when was the last time y'all won a conference?
That's why I just responded with that. But number two, you did say that. That's why I just responded with that. We beat y'all the last 2 times we played you. Also,
You said that the reason everybody hates y'all is because y'all supposedly the mob. I see what you're trying to say as far as y'all able, because of the history, to do certain stuff within college football other people can't pull off, but that's fugazi. I'm going to tell you why people hate y'all. People hate y'all, I think, because y'all go back to that big Gipper, Four Horsemen, Lily White era that nobody don't give a damn about, when brothers was left out for one. And as a Kane fan, I hate y'all because of the Cleveland Gary call, because y'all stole the natty from us. And also because y'all had the nerve, and that's why I don't understand brothers liking Notre Dame, when them lily white bastards up there with the Golden Dome call our kids convicts. Right. That's why I hate y'all bastards.
Entitled.
So I respect it to a certain extent, but you called our kids convicts, bro.
You know what?
Hold up, Cliff.
My thing with that, I never agree with that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Saying that. You know what I'm saying? And
that's why
when that happened, I never supported it.
Yeah, but you still a fan.
Supported that.
So here's my next thing. Hey, hold on, Cliff. I'm gonna just say this. Real quick.
To be honest with you, I'm a football fan first, and believe me, I've been following Miami since the early '80s too, since all the way back to Jim Kelly. So I know how them boys are. I know how they been. Yes, I suffered through the ass kicking that we got in '86 in the Orange Bowl, 52-7.
What about the 58 now?
But Cliff, Cliff, here's the funny thing though. Cliff,
58, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It took us years till Lou Holtz came to, hey, get y'all back, the call, whatever it is, it's football. It's
cheated
football.
Call.
You know what I'm saying? We've lost 2 straight to you guys. And hey, it is what it is. Now, possibly, because I don't put the cart before the horse. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be one of the best games this college football season.
Yeah, we're gonna
Mr.
I have Miami and Notre Dame going to the what's the name. Now I'm not gonna argue like say, man, Notre Dame is the shit and this and this and that. No, because you're right, they ain't won nothing in 40 years.
He trash. That's on trash.
38.
But they not trash though.
Man, the best thing y'all ever did was hire Marcus Freeman. Y'all didn't even want him. Y'all didn't even really want Marcus Freeman.
The best thing we had was what?
The best thing y'all did was hire Marcus Freeman. Y'all didn't even want him. The players stood up for him. Y'all was about to get rid of the doggone man. Y'all got a Beijing NIL deal.
Hey, the best hire was Lou Holtz. After that, then you really couldn't. Well, I mean, of course.
I'm talking about current. Come on, Cliff, you know that. I'm talking about current.
Crazy dude. I mean, I know you talking about the crazy dude Kelly that was there before Freeman, but I mean, hey, we've had some championship game appearances, playoff appearances. Hey, we doing what we got to do now. So yes, it's gonna be a great game, and I feel like, hey, whoever come out of that, more than likely is gonna end up in the national championship against possibly Texas. I ain't never took no credit away from Miami.
No, Texas.
I'm not go listen, because people. I mean, I understand the hate.
The man say Texas, dog. Texas.
I understand the hate. Yeah, I think Texas has got one of the most talented teams in the country.
Jesus help me, Father.
They got to prove that. They got to prove that.
I mean, everybody got to prove it.
Everybody got to prove that, and I ain't going by no manning on the back of nobody's jersey neither.
I ain't even speaking to him. I'm just saying everybody got to prove it. Every team in the top 10 this year has to prove it, and that's all I gotta say. I think every team that's going to the playoff is gonna have one loss. No one is going undefeated.
I disagree with that.
I mean, everybody can be a fan and figure like
let me ask you this.
No, listen, let me finish. Everybody can be a fan and want their team to go undefeated. But realistically, in college football, with these kids, some kids don't show up on every Saturday or Friday. So, hey, it may be a slip up. It's hard as hell to go 12-0, much less 16-0 to duplicate what Miami did. I mean, not Miami, but duplicate what Indiana did.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
It'd be easy to do that if you had 30-year-olds on your
y'all
team.
keep hollering about, when Miami come up there, how cold it's going to be. Do you know the average temperature on November 7th in South Bend, Indiana is damn near 60 degrees?
It's not cold.
You know that?
Listen, I'm in walking
average
distance.
temperature. I ain't talking about 1 year. I'm talking about
listen. I am in walking distance from South Bend. They get the same weather I get. So you can go by a so-called average, which they don't really know how it's gonna be come October, because you never know in the Midwest by the lake.
Don't nobody care about no weather. Don't nobody care about no weather.
That may be true, but I'm gonna say this. What we've seen, right? Always go on the temperature we've seen. Is that true? Is always go on the temperatures we've seen.
Nobody care about
okay,
that.
I mean, if you want to go with temperature, I done seen it all. So I mean, a couple of years has been warm. That holds no weight. And I'm not. No, I'm
they
just
say average, they don't mean
listen,
1 or 2 years.
When I make the comment telling coach to come up here in this skull cap, he know I'm talking a little crap.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here's what I'll say,
Cliff. Come and play some ball. You gonna come and play ball. So now some people don't want to play in cold weather.
Man, listen.
A lot of down south boys.
Can I tell you this? Listen, can I tell you this? Hold on, Chris. Hold up, Chris. I'm gonna just tell you. Yeah, but nobody cares. 60 degrees, 50 degrees ain't changing none. Yeah, we from the crib, but that's not that big a deal. We ain't talking about 2 degrees, 10 degrees. You understand? Like, we ain't talking crazy. Dog, I literally coached a national state championship game in 22-degree weather in Tallahassee, dog. And our boys were like, oh my God, I can't catch the ball. Because, man, when they say downset hut, your ass tackling, running, throwing, catching, and whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're going to do what you got to do to get the job done.
All I'm trying to say,
you know it's different now.
No, but what I'm trying to say.
You know these kids is coddled, man.
Man, it ain't about that. Man, whatever. Listen.
They not
stop.
The same
man, stop it. We talking about November, dog. It ain't that cold in November where it's you in the frozen tundra.
Hey, coach,
that's all I'm saying.
On November 7th, it ain't going to be like it is in December.
That's February, right? I mean, come on, y'all. Like, so when people talking about the weather, unless it's raining, that's the only real difference. But guess what? God just don't rain on one side of the field. It's gonna be wet for everybody, so it ain't no excuse.
I mean, to me, it's gonna come down to who's the best talented team to me. That's who it's gonna come down.
Y'all do me a favor. Hold up, and I said, hold up. We got a blast from the past. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all clap it up. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Hold on, I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
I don't think. I feel like, hey, this year, Notre Dame may have a.
Nah, hold on, Cliff. Introduce yourself.
Let me just say this, man. I want to introduce myself because I cut off the fro too. V to the 1 to the 2. And y'all lay off Cliff for a second, man. Let me just say this. Lay off Cliff for a second, man. V12 in the building. Y'all lay off Cliff because, yes, Notre Dame called us convicts back in the days, but they did make amends. They made amends 2 years ago when they gave Tennessee State University, my alma mater, that bag. We came up there and we whooped them with the band. Okay, so the band came up there. They rolled out the red carpet. Marcus Freeman came through. And Notre Dame, y'all coming for Notre Dame, they gave TSU the bag for that Grammy Award-winning aristocrat of bands. Come on, HBCUs, make some noise for them. Come on, don't hate on the coach. You know how we do.
Right.
All right. So y'all,
man, shut that joke up,
12. Let's talk football now. Now, Cliff, you
can't do that.
Gary, Indiana. I watched Michael Jackson on the plane. You know, shout out Joe Jackson. Shout out the whole Jackson family from Gary, Indiana. I've been to South Bend, and it's not going to be that cold, so the weather won't be a factor. But I will say this.
I know it ain't
And
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
that cold.
I'm gonna be objective, but I agree with Coach. Like I'm a big Marcus Freeman fan, and that's the only reason why
Not
we
me.
even mess Notre Dame right
Fuck
now
that
because y'all gave the brother a shot. Y'all didn't want to give him a shot from Cincinnati, but he's there. But I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't see Notre Dame in the same breath of Miami. Last year y'all had Jeremiah Love. Last year y'all had a better football team. Yeah, it ain't happening this year. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Cliff. It ain't happening. I don't care if we played in I don't care if we played in Idaho. It ain't happening this year. You know what I mean? Hey, we got a brother.
I don't think.
Hey, let me tell you. Y'all got touchdown Jesus. We got baby Jesus with dreads from the motherland, right? From Ghana, with he a maroon, right? So we got baby Jesus. So y'all got touchdown Jesus. We got baby Jesus. You got to be careful. And then we got
you know what?
Yes.
This is what's a little funny to me. They
are okay.
They lost Jeremiah Love. They lost 2 NFL caliber running backs. I give everybody that. That don't mean they not a better team. Number one, the defense is much better. Much better than last year.
You good.
They much better. I think offensively they gonna be better because they're better all around. They have better athletes. One thing about Notre Dame is Notre Dame has not had top athletes to always compete. It was always hard nosed. They had a few sprinkled in there, the Tim Browns, the Rockets, the Tony Rices. You know what I'm saying? The Greens, and then on defense you have the Burrises, the Taylors. You know what I'm saying? The Zoriches, and the Bryants, and a few of them, and the Boyce brothers. You know what I'm saying? But in all, of course, you look at Notre Dame. They Catholic. They had hard-nosed. They had hard-nosed white boys, and if you actually look at their history,
what?
Yeah, they may not win a championship, but they guaranteed to give you 9-10 games a season. And that's something to say because a lot of universities cannot do that on a consistent basis.
Hold up, Cliff. Hold up, Cliff. Real quick, I just gotta say this, 12. I'm gonna argue that because Cliff, that same Catholic. Hold on, Cliff. Hold on, 12. That same Catholic versus convict game. Tell me if I'm not lying. That same Catholic versus convict game, right?
Where
was the dude from that made the play at the end?
That was Burris, the cornerback that made the play.
Nope. No, it wasn't.
Not Burris. I'm sorry, Pat Terrell.
Where was he from? Where was Pat Terrell from?
Of course, you know Lou Holtz went to Florida to get talent.
Exactly. So y'all around here, this is what I'm saying. This is why I hate y'all. Y'all the same ones that basically call your own players they coming from the crib. The same place, and I don't know why we still go up there and go to that raggedy mother lover. Anyway, they don't want us there. They don't want us there. They don't.
Hey, Coach.
They don't.
Hey, Coach. Now you a coach. Now don't do that. Recruiting, you already know.
I understand that.
All us Midwestern schools will come to Florida to get the athletic position players. We will stay in the Midwest to get linemen.
I hear all that. Everybody does that same thing, bro. My question is, or my whole point is, hold on, I lost my earphone. My whole point is, people like yourself, and you're a pretty smart brother. How are you a fan of that raggedy mother, knowing the stuff that they do? I don't know how you could be a fan of that raggedy institution.
But coach, let's be honest though. I'm gonna let you cut out the bad, coach. No, don't get mad at me. We love. Hey, be honest, we love seeing Ricky Waters back at the crib now. That boy, that
was my boy there. Rick.
There you go. He play like he's from Miami. So
I don't care about all that.
We do. Come on, though. We do like some Notre Dame play.
But you're missing my point. That Ricky Waters would have still been. Yeah, but Ricky Waters would have still been Ricky Waters at another school. Don't go to that raggedy junk.
No.
Yeah, yes, he would.
I don't know about that. Tony, I don't think Tony Rice would have been Tony. I mean, that's one of the brothers who ran the Austin so smooth. We love Rocket. So,
12. Stop giving these 12.
We give Notre Dame some credit.
12. I'm trying to cook.
At the end of the day,
I'm trying to cook, and you keep cutting the stove off.
Hey, Coach.
The last 30 years.
I understand what you're saying, Coach. I understand the hate. People think I don't understand the hate.
I know you understand
I
it.
understand the hate. People go hate if you can push your weight around and able to do what you want to do, and you don't have to fall under the umbrella like everybody else constantly. And that's just what it is.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
But Cliff, I don't know.
They built a tradition. They built a tradition, and regardless to how long it went back, they still built a tradition.
Who the hell snoring?
And the tradition still holds today. Yes, I think sometimes they are overrated in some these polls to begin the year. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a football fan. I like more than just Notre Dame. I am a Notre Dame fan.
How?
You know
how, dog?
But I can see both sides of the fence.
Bro,
but
who's
when
snoring?
it comes to that, oh, this and this and this, we hate them because of this. Hey, man, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Okay, so hold on.
Yeah,
It's so funny you say that. Hold on, it's so funny you say that. It's so funny you say that. But when we played the game, look what y'all doing. Y'all got people coming from over here. See, that's that entitlement. When it's on you, don't hate the player, hate the game. When it's us, look what y'all doing. I hate y'all, mother. I hate y'all.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about, Coach?
I can't put it out there. You know I can't put it out.
Okay,
I can't put it out there on the airway.
Look at it this way. Think about what just happened, okay? Think about the playoffs, okay? Let's just be honest. Let's just be clear. We went against y'all. We beat y'all, whatever the case is. They had to go ahead and they had to try to find a way to go ahead and who's going to be that 10th spot. G5, I feel they should have their own playoff. They should not be in where the Power 4 should be at. Number one, I think y'all should have had that spot other than anybody else because, let's just be clear, why should they be in there? They should have their own power. They should have their own playoff and their own national championship for them.
Fact.
Now, if for one, if it's going to be us and we beat y'all head-to-head, then we beat y'all head-to-head. It is what it is. If it would have been vice versa, it would have been y'all. But they knew for a fact they could not put y'all in if we beat y'all because all hell would have broke loose. And y'all know that. Now, as far as what's going on with – hold on. Now, as far as what happened to the aftermath of that, what happened with that? Now you have it to where Notre Dame didn't even play their bowl game because they didn't make it to the playoffs. Okay, cool. Then you have, because we done seen that with Florida State before. They don't get what they want. They crowd bitch them on and they left. Half of their team ain't even show up with Georgia. So we get that. Now you have it to where you have a thing now where no matter what your record is, as long as you're in the top 12, you get into the playoff. What other team does that? Because they can't get what they want.
You know what? Let me answer your question. No, I done thought about it. Let me answer your question. And I'm gonna say the same thing about Miami. The year before that, when Notre Dame played Ohio State, I felt Miami should have been in. I felt that same way. But I'm gonna say this. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the times that we're in, bowl games have actually been obsolete for a while. They don't even mean anything. So we can't put a credence on Notre Dame crying about it when there was a whole plethora of teams that didn't play in bowls.
But the thing about it is, it's not about playing.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Just because it's Notre Dame and they said we not going, everybody talk mess. But what about the other 10 teams that didn't play in no bowl games? That said, forget it, we not. So we all know
that received those fines that Notre Dame didn't receive.
All I'm saying
fines. Guess the only school didn't get fines.
But see, but okay. So what I'm saying is that's on them. I don't understand how people get mad.
Everybody get fined but Notre Dame.
No, what I'm saying is this is America. Everybody, it's certain people that get special privileges and certain people that don't. That's
but
the way
y'all ain't even. But you're right. But hold on, Cliff.
Unfortunately, the NCAA, what the NCAA has done, they gave Notre Dame a privilege. They let Notre Dame dictate to them. We go sign this as long as we are not below 12.
Bro,
we go into the playoffs.
Dog?
My whole thing is this: what other team? We're not talking about the bowl game. We get the bowl games. That's not the problem. We already know because we've already seen other teams that have done that. My point is exactly what you just said. What other team gets that privilege? What other team gets that privilege? And how is that fair to anybody else? Because y'all are the only team. Hold on. Because y'all are the only team from last year that actually lost to us and lost to Texas A&M, and y'all was still ranked in the top 25. That would have been somebody that would have been 0-2 or 1-1. Their ass would not have been ranked, and that's a fact.
Now here's what I'm gonna say because I'm about to get up off here. I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Y'all was in the top 25, and y'all lost to Louisville and.
Yeah, but y'all started the season off.
SMU.
But y'all started
the season off that way.
Hold on. Cliff. Where in the world? Hold up.
The reason why y'all wasn't ranked because y'all lost to Louisville.
I know,
but y'all still lost to. See, y'all trying to compare who we lost to. Who? Listen,
it's when you lost, bro.
No,
it's when you lost.
Cliff.
Cannot
win a game. It was ranked.
All right, hold on. Say your last piece. I'm about to get up off here. Y'all didn't have me up all night.
Okay,
let me just
finish real quick.
Go ahead. Let's finish.
My thing is this: don't blame Notre Dame for that. Blame the NCAA because they let them. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, good. Hold on.
You want to jump on Notre Dame like it's their fault? No, it ain't. The NCAA let them. The NCAA could have told them no.
You're 100% right. Listen, Cliff. Cliff, you're 100% right. And because the NCAA won't do nothing, this is why you got people backing out the games and you won't be able to play. And I wish all Power 4 teams won't play them no more and say, for what? It serves no purpose. And I wish ESPN would show you that, guess what? Because remember, that's the ESPN college football playoff. What if they say, you got to now be in a conference in order to gain access to our college football postseason playoff round? See, that's what I wish they'd do. Because now, hold on.
I hear you.
No. I'm not blaming Notre Dame.
You know it's about branding.
Exactly.
You know it's about the brand.
Exactly. But guess what? I don't know why Miami keep playing y'all. I wouldn't play y'all for what? It serves no purpose. It doesn't help us. It doesn't benefit us. It doesn't do anything. So I wouldn't even play y'all for what? I'm with Kurt Signetti on this. If you're going to play me, I'm going to take the advantage because y'all really have no skin in the game. That's just me. It's like
an empty win.
Signetti shouldn't say nothing. You just won a national championship, but y'all ain't been nothing forever.
Y'all ain't been nothing.
The whole thing is, but you got to think about it though, bro. Y'all are in the ACC in every other sport except for football. The only time that y'all went to the ACC is when y'all needed to be in the ACC because when it was COVID year, y'all had to make up a schedule. Y'all have to make up a schedule in order for y'all to go.
So here's what I'm gonna say before I get off here. I gotta go. I'll see a man by the horse.
Like I keep telling people, hey, don't be mad because NBC done had them signed for 40, 50 years. And they get their own money.
I'm not mad.
I would be greedy too. I want all of it.
Listen, I don't care if NBC. Listen, bro, I don't care if it's NBC, ABC, PBS, HBO, Cinemax, HD, VHS. I don't care who the hell y'all signed to. The whole simple fact is, if you're gonna get your bread, get your bread. But understand something. When it comes to conference play, why are we playing y'all? It doesn't benefit anything.
Conference play?
Because when you look at when it comes to conference play, it does not benefit anything. It doesn't benefit because you don't join a conference.
No, why? I mean, you got out of conference schedule. So if that's the case, just
But
make
Cliff,
everything in conference.
But Cliff, if that's the case, what I'm trying to tell
But then
you
if
is,
we make everything in conference, then where do y'all stand?
Hold on, Chris.
Y'all will have to. Then y'all will go against other independent teams, and then when y'all go undefeated or something like that, then it was like, well, who did y'all really
I
play?
mean,
Chris,
Notre Dame will have to come up with that if that's what people
hold
want
on,
to
hold
do.
on.
Hey,
Cliff, let me explain
if
something.
Everybody's so
explain
sad about
no, we're not
them
sad.
not being in the conference.
What we're saying is
play all conference games. Make a decision.
No, hear me out. Let me just explain this right quick. Who in the hell is snoring?
Mm-hmm.
Here,
I don't know.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Me this time.
I know. I know. Here's what I'm gonna say to you, Cliff. Here's what the issue is. If you're playing 9 of the 12 games of your conference game, forget fandom. Let's just look at as if you were athletic director, scheduler, head coach, whatever. If I'm playing 9 conference games, my conference record matters. Just follow me for a second.
Mm-hmm.
For me to get a shoe-in, I don't have this 12, ranked 12 in the nation safety net. If I'm not 1-2 in my conference with an opportunity to win, I am not my only guaranteed spot is that I have to do that. From a realistic perspective, why would anybody play an out-of-conference game of that magnitude? Listen to this, because sometimes we just think of record. Think of
I'm listening to you, Coach.
Think of injury. Those are the things that matter. I could be playing Notre Dame and lose my starting quarterback for a game that doesn't matter because he done got hit. Because because y'all got talent. I'm not going to dispute that. That's not why I just don't like y'all. But I can't dispute the talent that you have, the players that you have. But if I am going to schedule a team like this outside of money, to me, money is not an object for most of these teams. I understand why the smaller school, maybe a Purdue, might do it. I can understand. But I'm talking about if I'm a top tier Texas, Ohio State, what purpose does it serve?
Okay. Now, this is my thing, and this is how I feel what purpose it serves. Number one, I think whoever Notre Dame plays, it helps their brand also.
No, speak. No. Don't give me that. I'm talking about hold on. I'm talking about the logistics. Hold on. I'm talking about the logistics of winning the game. Because you know what helps your brand more than playing Notre Dame? Winning natties.
This is my thing. This is my thing. Okay, so if like I said, Coach, if you want to base it to the conference, if that's what you want to base it to, everybody plays conference games. No non-conference games. You force Notre Dame to actually join a conference.
Exactly.
Period.
I've been saying that.
For them to do that. No, what I'm saying is don't have. Can I finish? Don't have no non-conference games. That's what I'm talking about. Don't schedule no Georgia States. None of that. Go on and play your conference games for the season, and then Notre Dame will join a conference. But until then, and everybody getting on Notre Dame for being out of conference. This is the thing. Even if they go 12-0, they will never be a number 1 seed. The highest seed they still can get is only 5.
They rate number 4 right now.
But see, when the playoffs start, Coach, that's been the agreement since the beginning.
But
they cannot move up higher than 5.
I know at the end. See, I love what you did right there, Cliff. Again, I brought this up at the very beginning. The thing that Notre Dame, and this is again that entitlement, right? And I ain't mad because you know what, you bring up a very valid point. You can't get mad at that. You got to get mad at the people that enable it. The thing is, hold on. I'm talking about the system. I'm talking about the system.
Extra game. I mean,
I know
they got to play an extra game regardless.
They don't play no.
Get a bye.
They don't play no extra game. You know why? Because they ain't playing in the conference game. So when everybody's playing the conference game, Notre Dame at home, and when they playing in the first week, the winner of the conference game at home. See, that's a fallacy. Everybody think, oh, you got a bye week. No, everybody playing the extra game. Here we go. But let me finish my point.
No.
Yes, they are.
If you don't make it to your championship game, it ain't no extra game. How many SEC teams didn't have an extra game?
You missed my point. What I'm saying is when Alabama and what you call it was playing in the conference championship game, right?
I hear what you're saying, Coach. Yeah.
Who won the conference?
What, the SEC?
Yes. Bro, who is that? That's damn E. Brown.
What did Georgia win it again this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So listen. So Georgia played in the conference championship while Notre Dame was sitting at home, right? They just said they were in it. The following week, when they started, Georgia has a bye week, and Notre Dame will be playing. You see that? It's not in the bracket. It's not in the bracket, but you're playing the same amount of games. Cliff?
They just like Alabama. Alabama didn't go to the championship game.
Yes, they did. They lost. They lost, and they had to play. And they had to play the first round.
Well, Ole Miss didn't go to the championship game. They had a bye week also.
No, they didn't, because they played in the first round. Because they played in the first round.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Notre Dame is going to play in the first round because they're the number 5 seed.
And that's my point. Nobody has a bye week.
Okay, Ole Miss, once Ole Miss season is over, if they don't make it to the SEC, they have a bye week also, just like Notre Dame does.
And they play in the first round of the playoffs.
Right, exactly.
And the conference champion, and the conference champion has a bye week.
Right.
Exactly.
Notre Dame is always going to play with the non-conference championship winners and people that make it from that conference. They're going to play regardless if they go 12-0.
I understand that. I get that, but you're missing the value. You're missing
never get a bye. If they have a perfect season,
I understand
they're not
that.
being rewarded for having a perfect season.
Because they will never play another game because they don't play a conference championship game, Cliff. Do you understand?
Okay, but I understand your conference championship, but if you run the table, I feel like in some ways you should be rewarded. Now they're not being rewarded. They're saying 5th or less. 5th, they could be 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th.
You're
9th,
being
10th,
Cliff.
11th,
You are being rewarded because you don't have to, because you're not in a conference. You don't have to play a conference championship game. That's your reward. When guess what? Right. For running the table, their reward is play another game, which is their conference championship game. And then they get a bye week. So it's the same. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's 2 + 3 and 3 + 2. I'm just saying, you see, again, there we go, the entitlement. You want to be rewarded for running the table, and you already don't play another game. That is your reward. Sit there, sit your ass home.
No, all I'm saying is, regardless to them being in the playoffs, they will never be a top 4 seed.
I know that because they don't play in a bye. Cliff, do you understand this? Cliff, do you understand?
Yes, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, Ole Miss didn't go to their championship game. They got a bye. They got a bye, just like Notre Dame.
They did not. Who did they get a bye? He said Ole Miss had a bye.
No, I said Ole Miss didn't have a bye.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Right. So they had to do the same thing.
No, but their bye week, sir. But you're missing the point, Cliff. Their bye week was conference championship week. They're sitting at home on the couch while the people who ran the table got to play a game.
Okay, so I mean, hey, okay, it is what it is. We got to sit on the couch too.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to get you to understand, Cliff, it's a fallacy there really is no bye week. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
So basically, what you want is, okay, it's fair if they in the conference and they run the table. I hear your point. They run the table. They should have to play an extra game too.
No, they play a conference game.
Instead of always getting the bye. I mean, instead of always having a week off before the playoff.
No, it's the same thing. Cliff, what are you talking about, brother? Are we lost here?
100%.
No, this is what I'm saying, Coach.
If they're in a conference, if they jump in a conference and they run the conference and they're number one, they will have to play in the conference championship game.
I understand that. Everybody's argument is the extra game they would have to play. All I'm saying is this. They're not playing the extra game. What difference do it make? They sitting at home championship week just like other teams that's making the playoffs.
Exactly.
So why should it matter? It shouldn't matter. I could understand if they were sitting at home and they got a bye. Then you would possibly have an argument, and I would agree with you. But they sitting at home championship week too.
I understand.
Just like everybody else that's not participating in championship week.
I agree, but that's why I'm telling you, I feel like the teams that win it. But hold on, real quick. I'm gonna say this because what you're starting to see is the teams that are winning it. Guess what? They're getting punished because they're playing an extra game. Like, that's the part y'all missing. The team, because these conference games really mean nothing at the point. That's why I said the conference championship should be a part of the playoff round. Should be round one. Because now, look at Ohio State. They lost their championship game. So what do? They get a chance to run it, but they actually had to play an additional game. Imagine now you get to sit out and let your players rest.
I can agree with you with that. I can agree with you with that, with what you said. Yeah, I can agree with you.
Yeah. Because guess what? Like you just said, outside of Indiana, outside of Indiana, every conference champion and lost.
Right.
Because they beat the hell up. Because they beat up.
Miami went to the championship game. They
That's
didn't
right.
They didn't play a conference championship game.
That's right.
The year before that, Notre Dame went to the championship game. They didn't play a conference championship game. So yeah, I mean,
because they got more time to rest and recuperate. That's what I'm saying. Think about how long it is from November 29th or whenever that last game is until you go to when is the championship run? 30 days later?
Yeah, I mean,
something like that, Coach.
When everybody else playing a conference championship in 2 weeks, they beat up.
My thing is this. I say, hey, if everybody want to complain about it, go back to the old way. Best record in the conference.
I agree with that. Get rid of the ranking.
Heck no.
I agree with that.
Best record in the conference.
Do it just like that. Do it just like the NFL.
You getting screwed because people deciding.
No. Best record in.
You need the tournament.
No.
If
best
you don't
record.
have the tournament. If you.
No. He's talking about to get in. To get in is the best record in the conference. Is that what you're saying, Clue? You saying to get into the playoffs?
But what about if you got other teams?
Okay, how would you pick? It's only 4 conferences. What about the other 8 teams?
I already said. Can I tell you this? I've already said this. I've already said this. Can I be honest with you? I say you take the top two. No, hear me out. You take the top 3 from every conference. Take the top 3 from every conference. Whoever's got the best record at the top of each conference, they get the bye. Let team 2 and 3 play each other to play into the playoffs. Right? Let team 2 and 3 play each other the round 1.
Okay.
The top 3, that's 12 teams. 4 times 3 is 12. You let the team, whoever the number 1, that's how they get rewarded because they're the best in the conference. They get a week off. Let team 2 and 3 play each other. Then team, the one that had the bye week, let's just say the one that had the bye week and whoever won between those 2 games, play for the conference championship.
Right.
And then you could go ACC, Big 10, SEC, Big 12, switch it up.
You'll be taking Notre Dame out of it then.
No, join a conference. Join a conference.
Notre Dame got an automatic. If they finish in
Sir.
top 12, they got an automatic bid.
Exactly. Join a conference.
You would have a problem because one of your teams in your scenario.
Join a conference. It's a very easy fix. Join a conference.
This is the thing, though. If they go to the super conferences, Notre Dame is going to join.
Because they forced to.
Well, my whole thing is, why now join when it's a super conference when you can just join now to a regular conference?
Because
because they'll be blocked out if it came to super conference.
Right. If it became the super conferences, they won't have no chance. They'll be playing with the little guys. So the super conference, they're actually forced to. Yeah. Now, they're not forced to.
But see, that's the problem. They're not forced to now. Well, don't wait till you join, have a super conference, and then you join, and then because you got to put the pressure on the men.
Don't blame them because they're not forced to.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about NCAA. This ain't got nothing to do with the school because the school is not the problem. The ones that enforced it for making the school, that's who I'm talking about.
Right.
Now, when
it's coming to
I agree with you. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I agree with you. NCAA can make Notre Dame if they under the umbrella and they dictate these rules. They can make Notre Dame do what they want to do, but somehow, some way, they let Notre Dame get away with whatever they want to do. And I tell people, don't get mad at them for that. That ain't their fault. That's the NCAA fault. Take it up with them.
Man, y'all do me a quick favor. Y'all do me a quick favor.
You know who blocking super conference right now? You know who blocking super conference? The federal government is blocking super conference. They don't want that. The federal government is blocking that right now.
Hey, y'all do me a quick.
Look at the rule. Just look at what they just put up. They saying to go independent. To join another conference, you got to sit out and be independent for 5 years. They don't want teams. They do not want that super conference because they know the one team that it would affect is Notre Dame.
No, everybody. No, everybody know that Notre Dame will join. That's gonna make it better. But the real reason they don't want the super conference is because they want all inclusion. It has nothing to do with Notre Dame.
Whatever.
It has to do with all inclusion. That's how society is now. They want everything is included. You get a participation trophy if you go 0-12 now. It's all inclusion.
How about this? Y'all include this. Y'all do me a quick favor. Y'all clap it up for my man Stewart. Just joined the fantasy. In here, we got one spot left in the fantasy.
Thanks, Coach. I like to chop it up with you. You know I'll be back.
Yes, sir.
November 7th. Chop it up with you.
I know you hate my fighting Irish. I can't use a strong word as hate the Hurricanes. Sometimes I can't stand them brothers. And that's the only game I want them to lose.
I got you, dog.
And if they lose something else, Coach, you might hear from me.
Oh, a matter of fact, if we lose something else, guess what? You ain't got to call me. You gonna hear me. I'm gonna be all the way live on this thing here. Believe that. You ain't got to worry about it,
Coach. Hey, what up, y'all Miami fans? Y'all be good. Hey. Don't get y'all panties in the bunch though like that over Miami. Man. Hey, don't get them in the bunch. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait.
Don't let coach feed y'all that whole lamb that's off that hot grill over there. I know he can cook a little bit, but don't let him feed y'all that hot lamb because sometimes it ain't done all the way.
Now behold the lamb.
You just make sure that none of your fan base be crying when
the precious lamb of God.
Y'all take it easy now. All right, Coach.
Cliff, you hear me singing, Cliff. When I go over there to that school, I'm finna go talk to football Jesus. You understand?
Right. You say you finna go talk to who?
Football Jesus. I'm gonna go talk to football Jesus when I go to that school.
Well, come on down. I may meet you, and hey, we chop it up a little bit.
Listen,
no,
show
you what's happening on that beautiful Golden Dome campus.
And
please, Hey, Cliff.
Yeah.
What do y'all do? What do y'all do the rest of the year when the football season's not going on?
What you mean? I don't live in Indiana. I'm in Chicago, so I got baseball, I got basketball, I got foot. I got it all. So
he's the fan that he's the fan that has something else to do besides looking four-leaf clovers and shit all day. You can't ask him that. You got to ask some other ones that actually live there that ain't got nothing to do.
You know, that's college football. I'm college football and pro football all season long. I pay attention. I'm both because I'm a fan. Been doing it for decades. You know what I'm saying? So you know, when that's done, we move on here. When football season done, we in the basketball.
Not me. Guess what I'm finna be in? I'm finna be up out this joint. Man, listen.
For sure. I'll holler at
Bishop,
y'all.
all right, Bishop, what's up, baby?
All right.
We about to get up out this joint. Boy. Man, I've been here fighting with these damn leprechauns.
Hey, man, I'm trying to get me a little gumbo.
Man, get you a little bit, man. You better get that little spoon. You know you got to turn that pot to the side, man, and get the little juice left, because, boy.
Turn it to the side. Hey, you know by now, it's pot liquor.
I don't know about that one now.
Hey, Coach, wait a minute, Coach. Hold up. Wait a minute. You asked the question yesterday, what's the biggest fraud team? And the night you asked who shouldn't be in the top 10. Huh? Everybody mentioned the team, but you left out one. You left out the team that should be rated number one.
Who?
That should be the biggest fraud. The biggest fraud. Hey, listen, I hate to say it, but I gotta clean up around my own front door before I try to clean up around somebody else's front door.
Okay.
It's Miami. We haven't won.
Man, slap
yourself.
Man.
We haven't won jack crap in 25 years. We
Man,
haven't won
slap
a bowl
yourself,
game
man.
in 10 years.
Slap yourself.
We haven't won.
Wait. E. Brown.
I'm trying to get off
here. What are you
here.
talking about, bro?
You know he just woke up, right? Hold on.
Hey, is this crackling cornbread?
You know he just woke up. He been in his sleep. He been in his sleep. He just woke up.
Well, let me. I mean, you posed a question. I know it's going to hurt.
Spit your fire. Go ahead, bro.
I know it's going to hurt now. I know it's going to hurt. I know every year for the last 25 years, the expectation for our team has been to win something.
Who is this guy?
Either the conference or a championship or compete, correct? Am I right or wrong?
Who is this guy? Who is this masked man?
Hold on. Go ahead. Good.
And I'm not bashing our team because hey, I had to live.
Where's Nurse Betty at? Damn. Went to the bathroom. Ain't nobody tell her to go to no damn bathroom.
Hey, can I tell you that? Can I tell you that? Can I tell you that 100% oxygen will make you nauseous and is poisonous? Did you know that?
But the thing about it is, but let me answer the question. If I were to say to you, there are teams there in the top 10 right now. There's a team that hasn't won a conference championship in 25 years, haven't won a national championship in 25 years. They've been expected to win so in the last 25 years, haven't won a bowl game in the last 10 years. What would y'all call that team?
So here's what I'm gonna say to you, Ebron. Hold on. Before y'all even answer. Here's what I'm gonna say to you before we get started. Hold on. Before we get started. First of all, because you were asleep in class, so you missed the true instruction. What we were talking about were teams that are getting ranked every year and they haven't yielded anything from it. In regards to, we look at teams.
Miami.
Okay, listen. No. Oregon, for example, highly ranked every year, right?
Absolutely.
Listen, Oregon is ranked every year. They predicted to win it, at least be a contender for it.
That's not what you posed, Coach.
That is what
yesterday was. You
said who's a fraud? A fraud.
The question said who's a fraud?
A fraud. What does that mean?
You ain't say about being right.
That's what makes you a fraud. What we're saying a fraud is you have all these accolades. You're supposed to do all these different things. You're supposed to be winning this, and that, and you haven't done. And we're talking
Miami.
Okay, but listen. Oregon ain't even at the dance. I know
you don't want to hear it.
No, but you're not.
You don't want to hear it. But
okay, but damn it, Ebron, go back to sleep. You know, I want to hear you snore.
Please, just go back to sleep, Ebron. Please, just go.
Texas, another team. Hold up, Texas. Hold on, Texas. When Texas, when Quinn Ewers was there, he got the big arm. He's supposed to go. They going to the. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Nothing to show. Nothing to show for it. Nothing. I'm just saying, when I look at those teams, Notre Dame, the same thing. The only thing is, at least they made it there. The only reason I say Notre Dame is that way, because they got the money, they got the facility, they got everything you needed, everything. And in 40 years, they haven't done it. Well, guess what? When Miami finally start to invest in themselves, it clearly shows, look at the trajectory of it, what we're doing. So are you a fraud? In essence, no. No, hear what I'm saying.
We haven't won anything.
Well, based on that logic, hold on. Based on that logic, there are 333 fraudulent teams there because there's only 3 national champions right now.
No, that's not true. What we're talking about is that going into each season the last 25 years, going into each season the last 25 years, the expectations for our Miami Hurricanes have been that we're going to win something. And we always end up not winning nothing.
No, you're speaking from a fan, though. But you're speaking from a fan. I'm speaking from the college football lens. When the experts for the past 25 years have not been putting the Miami Hurricanes to be winning no natty.
You know that's not true now. Come on, you know that's not true.
That is not true.
You know that's not true.
When have they When have they said Miami was going to win a national championship over the past 20 since past 01? When have they said Miami was the favorite to win a natty?
I said that they have taught us to win something. I didn't say national championship. I said something. They've expected us to win the conference championship for several years now.
God damn.
They've expected us to do it.
It be your own people.
Expected us to make
it be your own people.
They expected us. No, I'm just saying. We gotta tell it like it is. We gotta tell it like it is. It is.
Let me put it to you like this, brother. You said that we haven't won the national championship. Okay. We haven't won the conference championship. Okay.
Correct.
Said we haven't won the bowl championship. You forgot? Did you forget about last year when we won 2 bowl games? But we haven't won in 10 years. We haven't won in 10 years because the last one was in 2016 with Mark Richt. We won 2 bowl games back to back. Okay? Remember that now. We won that to get that monkey off of our back.
I'm with you.
Are you sure? Because you forgot.
Well, we can say we accomplished. We erased what.
But see, that's the thing about it. We're chipping away from
the bowl. Take the bowl thing out the equation now. Then.
Okay, but then you look at it this way. Then that was one of the things that was the problem. We couldn't win the ACC. We couldn't win a bowl game. We haven't won a natty because of it. Because you know why? Because what Coach just said, and we all know this, we haven't invested into our program. The main reason why I wasn't investing into our program because the football team was on the back burner, the same one that made Miami what they are. Okay? If we would have put money into our program, and this is a fact, when Nick Saban left the Miami Dolphins to come back to college football, if it wouldn't have been for us not putting our money into our program, if we would have been investing, he would have came to Miami because that was one of the top spots where he wanted to come. Only reason why is because we didn't put any money to our investment. We did not invest back into our school, into the football program, the doctorate, the medical, everything was taken care of on that. But when it came to the football, when it came to the part with them having to run that ball, they put that on the back burner, and that was because of Donna Shalala. Okay, it wasn't important to her. She was more on the medical court.
Man, we go down history
lane. But when it started coming to Kirk Herbstreit, when it came to Kirk Herbstreit, that put every hold on. Because when it came to Kirk Herbstreit, you got to think about this now. Think about when Coker left. Okay, forget about 01, forget about Butch, forget about that. Think about when Coker left. Okay, go back to what Coach was saying. Everybody thought, and this is his words, and correct me if I'm wrong, Coach. Everybody thought everybody was going to come to Miami because of the U on the helmet and because of what was then. That wasn't the case. When you see past what's out there other than Miami, the Alabamas, the Tennessees, the LSUs, They like, well, damn, we can go to other schools and their facilities look like this, so they put money into this. Look at that.
Chris,
hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, let me finish.
Oh
well,
my
your
God!
Meanwhile, is good.
Meanwhile, listen. Hold on. This ain't about Listen, E. Brown, this is not about a soliloquy. This is about a soliloquy. Forget soliloquy. This is soliloquy. Okay, brother? When we did not invest into our program, we lost everybody.
I can't do this.
Saban already had his hands, already had hands and feet in Miami already. So when it was easy for him to come here and get everybody, do you understand? And then he made it worse. That's why we haven't had anything. That's why.
Chris, when Miami, in the late '80s, in the late '70s, early '80s, the University of Miami did not invest in the football team. Remember, in the '70s, the football program was about to be abolished.
Listen, Brown, I know that. I know that.
Well, let me go over my soliloquy now.
Jesus Christ, Lord have mercy.
They were about to abolish the football team, and in the early '80s, they didn't invest in the football team, and they did. That's why we didn't have the facilities. We didn't have the money to go out and do with some of the other teams in the '80s when we were winning championships. But we still got the players in. We got the players in. We got the coaches in. We got the players in to come in. At little to nothing to come in and coach the football team and win football games. They never invested in the football team. They never invested in the football team.
Now, Ebron, let me put. I just got one thing. You know what? The one thing between the '80s and '90s, and between the 2000s, 6s, and 7s that they had that they were both didn't have. You know why we could keep our people home back then? Because they didn't have the internet. That's when the internet took place. That's when you can see more. You can broaden your horizon. You can take those blinders off. Now you got other schools where you can go to other places where you can actually go play.
Where did Coach go, man? He just left the microphone, man. What's that all about?
You see what I'm saying? I don't know. But all I'm saying is that was the difference, and we were getting people for cheap. Allegedly, you had Randy Shannon being paid $800,000 for him. Then what the hell are you going to pay your coaches? What are you going to pay your OC, your DC line coach, your offensive line coach, your kick return team coach, all these different people? What are you going to pay them? They weren't investing into the program. See, back then it was a difference because you didn't have what you have now. Okay, that's the difference, my man. Yes, you could get on win and do all of that kind of stuff then because we had that blockage, we had that fort up. Okay, it's a difference when you have other things, when you can broaden your horizon. Why sit up here and drink bottled water when you can get in a whole damn pool and cool your damn self off somewhere else? That's why we lost the Devontae Freemans. That's why we lost the Dalvin Cooks, Jalen Ramseys, Jerry Jeudy's, Amari Cooper's, all of them. We lost them because we did not invest and we could not pay our coaches. Why? Because we did not invest. When you invest into your program, when you invest into your coaches, when you invest into your program of what you have here, then you see the difference. This is the first time, other than Butch Davis, that Miami has actually did a coaching hire. They went after Mario Cristobal because of Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk Herbstreit said there is no reason why Miami should ever not be at the top. And that's a Buckeye. That's a Buckeye. That's an enemy. And he sees the garbage that was right in front of us. So you mean to tell me these people for all these years seen this garbage and he was the only one to speak up about it and nobody down there in Coral Gate was seeing the same shit that you and I and everybody else for the past 25 years seen? Because ain't nobody want to speak on it until he did. Everybody wanted to brush us up under the rug. That's what it was. But now, when you invest, now when you put back into your program, Now, when you actually hire coaches and actually pay your coaches, now you see what we get. Mario got whatever he wanted. It ain't because we didn't have the money. It's because we didn't have the type of people putting it back into the program. And I keep saying that because I want you to understand that. That is the main reason why Miami has been in shambles for that long. And I'm 41 years old, brother. The last time I seen them win a national championship, I was 16. 16. And I got my heart broken at 17 when we got cheated from it. So all of this time, this has been going on. You can't just keep talent with just talent alone and no coaching. Because then you got motherfuckers dancing on the sideline thinking it's okay. Because you have no structure. You don't see that on the sideline, do you? You see that on the sideline now? We done had a 5-star that just left here. 2 of them. You think Mario care? Look at our room. It's loaded. When was the last time we were loaded? When was the last time we were loaded like the way we are? Next man up. See, this ain't about soliloquy, E. Brown. This is about facts. That's what this is about. And that's what you need to understand, brother. That's what this is. You can't just sit up here and just not understand what this is. This is the whole main reason why we're now playing catch up. You see what I'm saying? We're now getting ready to have a decent program again. We're getting ready to have our own everything now. And it shouldn't have taken this long.
I hate Notre Dame. I hate them.
But this is what this is now. Now you see.
First it was Duke. Now he's gold-headed. I hate him.
Chris Kane, the king of the filibuster. Chris Kane is the king of the filibuster.
E. Brown, you did this to me. You did this to me, E. Brown.
Where did Chris Kane go, man?
I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere.
Chris Kane, you know what? I should have picked somebody else to argue with. Because I can't argue with Chris Kane. I cannot filibuster with Chris Kane.
Nah,
you know?
Bro.
He's the king.
I've been looking at this shit for too long. This shit is part of my bloodline, bro. This shit has been a part of my bloodline.
Hold it, Chris Kane. Now, hey, Coach, are you gonna host the show, or are you just?
I think Coach need a melatonin. That's what Coach
Man, I'm
needs.
sitting here cooking, and E. Brown come here and cut off the gas.
Hey, Chris Kane. So it all comes back. I mean, that was you went deep, but it all comes back to winning, bro. If we were winning, we would have got those players, bro.
But you got to have the coaches in order to win, brother. Nobody didn't give a damn at the time about winning. Ain't nobody give a damn. So that's why we weren't. The coaches said the hell with it. The players said the hell with it. and they just went on to other places.
I don't think the
That's
all
exactly
of the
what
coaches,
happened, bro.
I don't think all
That's
of the
what
coaches and all the players said that. I don't think they all said
Brother,
that.
when it comes to that, brother, I'm telling you, you cannot keep nobody underpaid, bro. You cannot have an OC that makes more somewhere else at Ohio State, make more than someplace as a head coach at Miami.
Yeah, but you got to realize what the University of Miami was utilized for. They were
Exactly,
utilized.
but
They were utilized.
people lost sight of that.
The school being utilized for a jump start for coaches and players. Coaches came in here to get that mantra of being a University of Miami coach, and then they will move on to different other locations. Players came here with the concept of, hey, if I go to University of Miami, I wear you. I jump up and down on the sideline, and I can get in the NFL, and I can make money. It was a combination of
God bless.
things.
Good night. It's been 3 hours.
What's up, Coach?
I love y'all. Much love.
Well, Coach,
we'll have more Canes talk tomorrow during Canes Talk Live.
Chris Kane, great soliloquy.
God bless.
Great
Good night.
soliloquy. Don't never lose the argument.
One spot left in the draft.
Never will. How many spots, Coach?
One $50 spot left.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, somebody will get that spot because I don't do the live. I don't know that much about it.
A lot of mercy.
He bored me to death with all that. Notre Dame talk and crap and all that.
Man, I ain't worrying about Notre Dame. I ain't worrying about no damn look. I ain't worrying about no leprechaun.
Nobody want to hear about no Notre Dame.
Says E. Brown, who sound like he wide awake after his slumber.